Nice done, kids.
Hey, this is Redban coming to you live from the Ice House Comedy Club here in Pasadena, California, where once, sometimes twice a week, we do a live comedy show in one room, and in the other room, we do this, a live podcast. So it's like a green room podcast. And joining me, to the right of me, my co-host and sexy son of a bitch, Joseph Rogan.
You bastard. How's the whiskey, bitch?
Oh, it's I spilled it on accident. I'm recovering still.
You spilled all your whiskey?
No, just one glass full. Oh. That's all right.
Everyone, announce your name so the folks at home listening know who you are.
Hello, Randy Liedtke here.
What's going on, everybody? Josh Adam Meyers.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Billy Bonnell.
Oh, he's not on.
Oh, someone see now.
Not on.
I'm glad.
This is
we checked that shit.
This is John Sheezer.
Powerful John.
Brody Stevens. Yes.
Brody is me friend on Twitter.
Brody is me friend on Twitter.
We seem to have a dead mic, ladies and
There
gentlemen.
we go. Billy, try to say your name again.
Billy Bonnell. He's actually here.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
I'm not a ghost.
Pete just walked in the room. The waitress is dropping off the drinks. Look at that, guys.
Pete from the great state of Ohio.
Brian, can I give Pete a late happy birthday?
Yes.
Sure.
Happy birthday, Pete.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Pete.
birthday, Pete.
Happy birthday, Pete.
Pete probably doesn't
man.
remember seeing any of us at the Comedy Store after that concert. You seem pretty fucked up.
Who were we talking about the other day? It was a very funny conversation. We were talking about girls that like get crazy about their birthday, and then it becomes like the birthday weekend.
Yeah, who was
Was
that?
that?
I don't know, but Pete is totally that person. And he's been talking about it for like the last month. How
My birthday's in 6 months.
Just kidding.
My ex-girlfriend used to do the birthday week, man. The full fucking week. I had to
whole
cancel
week.
shows. I couldn't do anything.
Oh, what is that? It's the week of my birthday. Are you really going to work?
I do it through the end of my astrological sign. So if you're Gemini, I'm Gemini with you still.
Yeah.
May 22nd.
Joe, do you want anything? Did you want anything from the bar?
Yeah, I was going to eat something, but I can't until after a show.
No, I mean from the bar.
Oh.
The waitress is here.
Oh, yeah. Hi, what's up? Can I have a Sam Adams?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Wait, we don't have Sam Adams.
How dare you not have it? How about
Drive to the store!
Sam Adams, buried in Boston. Right?
Is he?
I think he is.
More than likely.
Was he even real, Brody? I'm starting to think.
I think he's a real guy. He's not that
starting
old.
to think that reality is a big fucking illusion. We're inside a work of fiction. I don't believe a word that anybody says. Sam Adams didn't exist because there was no 1700. Just a bunch of stupid shit laying around, cluttering up my imagination, pretending it's history.
You
How about
believe in
that?
the 1700s.
I don't believe in shit. I don't believe in anything anymore.
It is getting kind of
It's
freaky.
Too weird.
It is.
If we were in a simulation, would we be able to know? If the human race got so good at simulating reality that it got to the point where it was indiscernible, then it would be just like real life, right? Well, we're assuming that the human race is going to stop technological progress at a certain point before they reach that? No, they're going to eventually reach that. How do we know they haven't already reached that? We're not stuck in that right now. Maybe you live in some horrible future where everybody's gray and we all have big stupid heads and no one gets their dick sucked because we don't have dicks anymore because we a long time ago committed to but maybe they found an orgasm pill. They found some pill that's just as good as coming. And so, they told people, listen, we don't have to fuck anymore. And so people just got addicted to this coming pill. And then your genitals shrank up like an alien. Gray aliens never have big dicks. They come here with laser guns and shit. They don't have big dicks, right? Never hear of an alien with a big dick.
No.
Maybe that's us. Maybe that's us in the future. And maybe what reality is we just hate what we've become, and we want to be a little bit more primitive. We want to drive muscle cars. We want to smell gasoline. We want to get head. We want to do shots. We want to listen to Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with that?
It
Nothing.
might not be real, Brody. It might not be real. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this whole thing might not be real. Thank you.
When do we find that out?
We don't. Duncan said something to me once that really fucked up my whole way of thinking forever. He said, what if, like, you live your life and you die, and the moment you die, you wake up in the middle of a different life, like as if nothing ever happened, and you keep going? And what if you've been doing this not for one lifetime, but for fucking thousands of lives?
That's kind of not cool.
That's
right?
scary as shit.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I mean, you wonder what people are here for. You know, what we're trying to accomplish. You know, what the human race is here for, what they're trying to accomplish.
Was that why death is so scary? You know,
Of course,
we don't
it's
know.
terrifying.
Nobody knows what's on the other side.
Well, nobody's afraid to go to sleep.
Uh-uh.
Everybody's afraid to die.
All of these
just
questions
like,
will be
shut
answered
off.
on Friday when Prometheus comes out.
Yeah.
That's when everything will change.
Yeah.
No, there were
The meaning
stories
of life.
in England where there's like 4-year-old.
You got to talk into the mic, bro.
Talking to my
There are 4-year-old kids in England
101 podcast.
that to their parents were completely describing in detail
Yeah, that
stories
has happened
from like
before.
the World War I trenches, you
From
know,
other lives, yeah.
like down just details that they wouldn't know as a 4-year-old.
Yeah, there's like some pretty compelling evidence. There's only a few cases, and you don't know what the fuck that really is. But it also could be a thing called genetic memory. They don't understand where memories are stored. You know, memories are really a baffling thing because the human body recycles every cell every 7 years. Every 7 years, you become literally a different person. It regenerates, and as you get older and your cells start refiring shittier and shittier, you get liver spots and your fucking hair falls out and you start looking like an old person. I mean, that's what the whole idea is. The only thing that doesn't get regenerated is the neurons. So the idea is that the cells contain the memories, like brain cells contain the memories. But where the fuck are they? How are they stored in there? We don't really know. It's still kind of a funky thing. We know how to fuck up the memory if we go in there and jab at it. But we don't know if like we make copies of our memories and then like we just start reading the copies, and that's how like as you get older, like the memories of your childhood are just weirder and weirder because you're like, did that happen? You ever like really stop thinking about like some shit that happened when you were 7? You're like, what the fuck did happen? You know, I don't really exactly remember anything that happened when I was 7. I remember like a corner of a building, you know, a swing, you know what I mean? I mean, how much of an actual full event do you remember from 7 years old?
Well, what's crazy is once I had a bad trip when I was 17 years old, and I'm flipping out in my parents' house, and they're like watching me like reenact my childbirth on the floor, and as I'm looking at them, the whole room regressed year by year, and my parents' faces went back to like each year it went back to like a different version of them as they got younger and younger and younger, and just things in the room went back. So your brain it's all stored up there. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
That sounds like you're on acid.
Well, I was.
Yeah.
It was great.
You can't really say your brain. It's all stored up there while you're on acid.
Well, I mean, but that brought it out though.
You're tripping.
But well, not necessarily. I mean, it could have easily been a hallucination. If you could see photos of what your dad and mom looked like when they were younger and they looked exactly like your vision, then it would be creepy.
Wow.
But if you just pictured them younger,
No,
I mean,
it wasn't
that's just the imagination.
It wasn't just the faces, like the way the room was set up. It just kept going back, and like I mean, it's the whole. I mean, I was
so like
completely
the timing of the furniture and
just
shit, like
everything in the room. The
Oh,
television
wow.
changed. I mean, it was. I mean, yeah, I was completely fucked up
it
on
was
3
either,
tabs, but
it was either real or you were on acid.
I was on acid.
I think it was ass.
Since
Keep
you
in
were on
mind, I was-
acid,
Keep
I
in
think
mind,
we
I was
solved the
naked.
puzzle. I mean, I'm talking cocky over here.
I was naked, and I did run 6 miles from one friend's house to my parents' house at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, but didn't that change you as a person?
I've never thought of anything. I mean, everything since then is completely like, questionable. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's,
mean,
when you get a big one, when you have a big, when a real big breakthrough fucking experience, the whole world is just so different after that. It almost seems like it's too slippery. It can't be real. It can't be that you can go into that other world so easily.
Yeah.
All you have to do is take something physically and it doesn't even hurt you. Come back fine. How the fuck is that going on?
No
It's
idea.
and so when you know that, then all of a sudden, all the established parameters that are in place for this culture seem ridiculous because you know for a fact that all the people that are making all the rules have not had this experience. And you're like, that's like you're an infant. You must be an infant. If you've never had like a real overblown, blowout psychedelic experience, it's almost like being an infant.
it was. I mean,
It sounds so arrogant to say.
But
It
don't
sounds
they
so
get
it's not
cunty to
arrogant
say. It is
because-
for people that haven't had it. Like, who the fuck are you, man? I'm telling you, it is the one thing that will make you question everything, like in the most legitimate, tangible sense. Like, we pretend that we like question shit, but a lot of what, people, when they say they're questioning things, a lot of what you're doing is sort of like following a certain pattern, whether it's a liberal pattern or a conservative pattern. The thing that makes you really question shit is a psychedelic experience. The blowout ones where you just go to another dimension and you just realize, how can that could be reality. This reality is only this reality because this is what it is. And this is an ashtray and this is a fucking can of soda.
Sure.
And this is what it is. But this doesn't have to be like this. This could be that crazy kaleidoscope world that exists when you take DMT. I mean, that might be reality. Why isn't that reality?
No, that's right. But
This isn't the only possibility. And the realities that you experience when you're high on psychedelics, yeah, they're hallucinations. It's something that's probably not really there, or it's a window to something that is there, and you can't tune into without psychedelics. You could be swimming in a soup of possibilities, where there's all kinds of crazy shit going on all the time around you, but you're just some weird animal that doesn't see everything. You only see enough to get your job done here on this planet. You see enough to fuck and work and keep buying Lexuses, so they keep making better ones with new technology until it eventually gets powered by a fucking black hole. That too. So,
No, it's like looking at it from a whole different angle.
I've never looked at things the same after that moment. I mean, it was you completely lost touch with reality. Like you hear those stories.
How is it real, right?
Well, I mean, it all started. My friend was like, we had 11 guys in a 10-man tent. We're all on 3 tabs. We're all young, 16, 17-year-old guys. And my buddy Tassos is like trying to be all philosophical and just like, in the world, the time is moving. And I just start looking around the tent that we're in, and I just start seeing swastikas everywhere. And then I'm just like, all right, this is not right. And then they're trying to bring me down. And by that point, I was like, I have to fucking get the fuck out of here.
So
and
just
I
run?
I
Just
took
take off?
I took off. I ran 6 miles. During that 6-mile run, I thought I was running through a desert. My skin was peeling off. I ran through this huge web of like grasshoppers. By the time I got to my parents' house,
So you actually did run. This isn't a
dude,
hallucination.
full fucking blast. And I was like, at 17, I probably smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day. So, I've never run that. I've never run.
Whoa.
Well, I at least bought 3 because I probably bummed out a bunch. But, when you're 17 years old and you can buy cigarettes because you got
Why are
mics
you
at M&G's.
smoking so much? That's
Because
crazy.
I'm an addict. And that's what I do. I push it to the limit. I'm
It's a
not proud of
specialty.
it.
It's a specialty.
But by the time I showed up at my parents' house,
I don't smoke.
By the time I pulled up at my parents' house, I'm banging on the door. My mom said she answered the door, and all I'm holding is my wallet, and I'm butt naked. And I just like mush her face, run upstairs, and they said I grabbed my cat and was just like, "Who sent you?" and then threw the cat, and then completely reenacted my childbirth.
What do parents do?
How many cigarettes is 3 packs?
60.
60?
Or if you're
20 in a pack?
If you're in Canada, it's 75.
You smoked 60 cigarettes in a day?
I bought 3 packs for like a weekend.
How do you do that?
Especially when you're gonna trip balls, man. When you're gonna fucking do LSD, everybody's gonna want a cigarette.
Oh, really?
So you got like a group purchase.
Yeah,
you do
it
LSD?
was like
Okay.
it was. Anytime I was planning on having a psychedelic experience, I stocked up on shit. You know what I mean? Orange juice, orange slice. There's always orange shit. That's always what we thought because it makes you higher, man.
I got to go up and.
The guy with the Nug Life T-shirt says no. How dare you,
I know,
bitch?
right?
I'm going up next.
So, me too, bitch.
Good. Smoking weed's not for everyone on
Chicken
stage.
shit,
It's not.
motherfuckers.
It's not for me on stage.
Do it, son!
Well, not right before.
Don't be scared. Ride the wave.
I go through 3 packs a day.
Get
but
on
it's,
the wave.
So what?
Don't be scared.
Are mushrooms? Those are psychedelics. I would
Yes.
say, right?
No.
No?
They're not.
They're not.
Portobello? Shit's-
No, shiitake aren't.
I've done mushrooms in I think somebody put them in some brownies,
Yeah.
and it really took me to another level.
Did you know? Did you know they were in there?
No, I didn't.
And it's probably a really small dose too. If it was small enough to hide in a brownie, you'd be amazed at what you could experience with a really big dose.
I got some cookies today at E3. A guy came up and was like, "Hey, I'm a big fan, and I got you some cookies that I made. Here, have them." At E3,
those cookies contain
Can't
rape.
trust them.
people at E3, 2 people wearing the Death Squad shirt at E3. 1 person wearing the higher primate shirt that came up to Muzza Fuzza. But the funniest thing was Cliffy B was doing. He had this line of people waiting to talk to him. Cliffy B of Epic Games. He made Gears of War. He had this huge line of people like waiting to talk to him. Like you had to like have like a pass to actually talk to him and stuff like that. Like humongous line. And he took a break, and then so me and him like went out the back door, Right when we get out back, all these people wearing like Death Squad shirts were like, Brian, oh, it's nice to meet you and stuff like that. And then he's like, dude, look at this. This shit's all for me. And then you are the one with the fucking fans here. And it was just really cool seeing all these people out there, like podcast fans and everything. It was awesome.
That would be a humble brag if it was a tweet, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was the first time I ever was outside of a comedy club. Just saw a Death Squad shirt. That was really cool. Like,
they're out there.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. it's gonna get weirder.
Yeah, you wait till they start buying those at thrift stores and stuff.
Yeah,
third world
people
countries
give up.
wearing
People
Death
give up
Squad.
on Death Squad. I was down with you guys for a little
you don't
bit,
want to
but
remember Death Squad?
you know, once you and Tripoli had your ways, once you guys parted, there'll be like Death Squad drama. People leave. They take their sides. I fucking said to a thrift store, bro. Fuck the Death Squad.
By the way, man, fucking E3, the best thing. I wasn't planning on it, but I'm going back tomorrow morning. I'm just fucking going because
Just to watch?
It was just so cool, man.
It's amazing that they're. I love the fact that they're doing that. I love the fact there's someone out there making Halo 4. I love it. I just love the fact that they exist.
Yeah.
You know, even if I'm not playing them, I love even for a brief moment, just when I pass by, you know, some computer and they're playing some crazy fucking game.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they do this. I'm glad that the computer industry, the game industry, is still alive and growing and getting crazier and crazier. It's
Didn't they have a bad year? Or
I'm sure.
No,
the economy sucks, right?
Nintendo had their first bad year because I think of the iPad, because their biggest money maker, the Game Boy, is getting more and more like, why do we even have a Game Boy when we have a fucking iPad over here?
Yeah, eventually phones and Game Boys have they're gonna just take over shit.
But Nintendo was the only one to have a new system being shown off, which was very interesting. It was kind of like their old system, which is the Wii, but now the controller looks like an iPad. It has a touch screen, so you can sit there and like it's a gun, and you actually see something different on your screen than you see on the TV. So there's a lot of cool shit you can do with it.
So you can have like a game in your house almost.
Yeah.
So it sees your house and adds things to
no,
it?
No. What it does is that it's the controller has imagine the controller's an iPad, and you are playing a racing game. Well, you can have the controller, which is you can tilt it as like the steering wheel, and on the actual video here will show something different. Like maybe it will show your like mileage or your gas or something like that. Or there's like another ones where you can use it like a sniper rifle, or where you can like go through and like that's your rifle. So you can see the TV is like normal, and then through your controller you see like if you're looking through a barrel of a sniper rifle and stuff like that.
I think it would be cool if someone could come up with an iPad game where it works off the back camera and you hold it and it shows you reality, but then it adds shit to it. It shows you your actual house.
Oh, it does.
But like fucking monsters.
It already does that.
Really? What is that?
The Game Boy 3D Game Boy, the new Game Boy, whatever it's called, DS 3D, whatever it's called, has that. And what it does is,
did you show me this?
Yeah,
you probably showed this to me.
Yeah. You can go around your game and shoot like helicopters and stuff like that.
Whoa.
And this also, another thing this thing had was it had.
How does it look?
It looks just like the regular Wii. Oh wait, the
one that you can
game.
like shoot through the
things.
in
it
your
looks
house.
fine. The technology's awesome.
Does it look
works
video?
great.
Does it show it?
One of the coolest things is they have these cards. I forget what the name of. Like if it's a card, you can set it anywhere, and that tells the Game Boy where to have something come out or something. So you can put like something on your girlfriend's cheek, like a card on your cheek, and like have like a plant start growing from her cheek. Like it's pretty cool. It's the technology. They have this new thing with the new system called Wii Panoramic, which was like. They have these tours. So say like you want to have a tour of Italy, and it's just like walking down the sidewalk, but you use the controller and you could like look around wherever you want, like panoramic style. So like I did this one where a guy was hang gliding, and there was all these birds flying right next to him, like not seagulls, but like falcons or something. I don't know what the fuck it was, but you could like sit there and just like look at the falcon that was flying right next to you through the controller, or you can look straight down if you wanted to. It was a trip, and I filmed everything. We did some interviews with people from Call of Duty, Cliffy B and stuff, and me and Ryan are going to have it on a Muff Said, the next episode of Muff Said. But it's cool, man. The technology this year is really cool, but unfortunately no new systems from Xbox or PlayStation 3.
you wonder like what's coming up next as far as like what they're going to be able to do and how they're going to be able to create artificial things in an environment. I mean, is it going to get to a point where they can take like a big warehouse? That would be fucking badass, man. What about this? What about you take a big ass warehouse and instead of having it like just completely empty, you put like mazes and tunnels throughout this warehouse, and you create 3D images inside of it. So that it literally is like you're playing real life Doom.
Yeah, that would
like
be
you're
cool.
running into a warehouse with a fucking gun.
If you saw it right in front of you.
Yeah, you see it right in front of you, and you have actual like ammunition. You have to like actually put it in the gun and actually shoot these 3-dimensional holograms that are chasing you down,
Then
Doom
you
style.
Actually shit your pants.
That would be
Or you could just join the
fucking.
Marines.
That would be fucking badass. No, there's way less karma in shooting fake aliens.
Yeah, they're probably
They'd
probably make you wear like moisture detection, like in your asshole. So once the second you feel first teardrop of poop, that
All
it
the
fucking
lights
turns
turn on
off.
and they fucking kick you out.
Get the fuck out of here, you pants shitter.
Pussy.
You pants shitter. Get out of here.
That almost happened to me today. Thought a cop was going to pull me over for speeding.
You shit your
Did you shit
pants.
yourself?
I got all nervous.
Yeah.
You almost shit your pants?
I mean, my body went through as I started feeling things.
It's really annoying
panic setting.
when it's really annoying when you know that the speed limit is like a silly number, like 55 or something like that when it's a highway. You're like, really? 55? Are we really playing games? There's still spots in this country where the highway says 55.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oregon.
back
A lot of
east,
spots.
there's still spots back
Yeah.
east. 55, really? That's just a trap. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You're just tricking people. We don't have these fucking Model Ts that were invented back when you made the speed limit, you stupid fuck. You could drive regular cars a little bit faster, a lot safer. And it's not saying you should drive unreasonably. It's like you should leave people the fuck alone. This idea that you're constantly pulling people over for going 78 miles an hour. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I got
Just
one of
stop
those.
it. That's the dumbest fucking reason to pull a human being over ever. They're in control. There's no drama here. They're getting where they're going. They're not even being reckless. Like, stop it. These laws suck bags of dicks.
At the end of the day, it's just an excuse just to pull people over.
Yeah,
They
it's
need the money,
glorified
man.
revenue collectors. They don't need the money. They need to be given more money by the state,
That's
for
it,
sure.
yeah.
Cops deserve way more money. It should be like a really difficult position to get to, and they should be paid very well. They're the people we look to take care of us when the shit hits the fan. And you lose faith in them because they're constantly giving you tickets for nonsense. And it's not their fault. It's just what their job
Spending
tells
their
them
own
to
money
do.
too.
They have to
on
do
their
it.
own
It sucks.
classrooms, they're like putting their own money into it.
Of course, they have to.
It's crazy.
It's disastrous. It's a horrible shame that this country can justify all the things it spends money on, as far as like military presence and questionable operations and all kinds of nutty shit we do, and they can't justify paying teachers more money. It's a staggering statistic.
Is that going to change though? It's so much just common sense now.
I think, if you wanted to look at it in a conspiratorial way, you would say the way to keep this country dumb is to make sure that there's still ghettos. Make sure that there's still poor people. Make sure that the teachers suck and they're let someone try to swim up current. Good luck. Let some one hero teacher that wants to be a Whoopi Goldberg movie, let her jump in and try to teach these kids. But just give them no money and it'll keep wilting.
They said
that is a way of looking at it.
Where are these? I mean,
If you wanted to be like the evil emperor controlling the world, how would you handle controlling 300 million people? I mean, a king back in the day had a hard time with a village of 1,000. We're controlling 300 million people. How do you do that?
America's Got Talent.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
We'll start there, Dancing with Stars, I think.
I feel the internet is a lot of these kids are learning from the internet, learning from podcasts, learning from YouTube.
Teachers
Yeah.
pay sucks.
smarter.
Yeah, a lot of kids are learning from the internet for sure, but it's really unfortunate that they don't have good adult guidance on a regular basis. It should be just standard. Everybody should have good teachers. It should be good teachers everywhere. They should be paid
I think
well. We should, before we figure out how much money we could spend on fucking planes that fly 18 times faster than the speed of sound just so we could fuck people up on some other part of the world really quick. Fix the fucking teacher problem.
Also, the
There you
school
go.
system.
Because
in
that's
Los Angeles-
patriotic, man.
Sure.
This country's
Yeah.
look. The less losers we have, the better off everybody's going to be. And the best way to get less losers is to spend more money on the schools. Spend more money, hire more people, and try to educate people so they don't keep doing the same fucking things everybody in their neighborhood's doing. You know, you try to slowly eradicate a ghetto instead of just accept it for the fact that it's just going to exist no matter what.
Well, look, they need people. They need people for the to be in the army, the Marines, the Navy.
Yeah, if you wanted to look at it again, conspiratorially, if you want to run an empire, especially a voluntary army empire, you got to keep a certain amount of people poor. You know, it's kind of
nothing against the military. You know, there's some good people.
Listen, it's not the military people are. You know, we need the military, man. Make no mistake about it. You know, today is the anniversary of D-Day, I think, isn't it? Pretty sure.
Yeah, something happened.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Which is where they stormed the beaches at Normandy, I think.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? It's
That's
rude.
what today is. Yeah.
That's Saving Private Ryan.
That's some real shit. You know, I mean, those people were trying to stop an evil empire from taking over the world, and they risked it. I mean, you need the military. You need to have people like that are so proud of their country they're willing to do shit like that.
Could you do that shit? Would you?
The
be able
problem
to
is,
storm it?
it gets subverted. It gets twisted, and you wind up doing the will of these corporations, these questionable corporations. That's where the United States military has a problem. It's not the military itself. The military itself is it's amazing. It's the most incredible military the world has ever seen. I mean, if you really judge an empire on the basis of like how strong their military might is, there's never been anything like America. I mean, it's incredible. The reason why we can have so much, quote unquote, freedom, a big part of that is the fact that this is this crazy, scary, powerful conglomeration of human beings, that call themselves the United States of America. Whoever the fuck controls the Army and the Air Force, the Navy. I mean, I don't understand all of that. I don't know exactly who's the one pushing them in certain directions, but there's somebody that has that power. Somebody has the ability to choose where the greatest army the world has ever seen by a long shot. Like, we don't even realize how crazy it is because it's all sort of existed while we've been
Just
around.
so much domination.
I know. Yeah, while we've been around, there was the Russians when we were kids, and while we've been around, it's always been like this. But there's never been a time in history, especially like it's even more crazy that it's this time, that in the age of information, where you can literally find out about anything, anywhere, online, everywhere in the world. In this day and age, they're still able to like hold other countries back from nuclear bombs and control the uranium and shit, make sure nobody gets crazy. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? And it's amazing when you really stop and think about that just as a historical military accomplishment. The fact that the United States can manipulate and fuck with so many different things at the same time. I mean, it's really, if the story is ever told really honestly someday, I mean, they'll look at it like, what a masterful plan, the way they ran their country. It's masterful.
Why? Yeah. Why are
300 million people?
Have you ever been to some like kind of shit country?
Yeah, I've been to a few.
Okay.
How dare
I'm from
you?
Baltimore. Whatever. Been to a shit country.
A country you got to get shots to go into, or you get weird.
Oh no, I've never been
like
to Africa.
Yeah.
So, but like in every country, there's an American radio station that plays in every country.
Yeah.
That's all like
Mike.
Yeah.
There you go.
Put it down.
But news and music, sports in every country.
Yeah.
It's like we're just kind of pushed ourselves on everyone, and we wonder why half the people don't like us.
Well, even in the countries that hate us, man, there's a whole group that still wants to be us. I mean, you go to Japan and China, I mean, they're obsessed with us. They're obsessed with our music, our culture, the way we dress, all that shit. I mean, but...
Yeah, but
they don't
why
really
is that?
Well, because
Michael Jordan.
We
Dude,
kinda
I have
are.
a Japanese guy tattooed on my arm. I can't talk shit about them being obsessed with our culture.
Because we kind of like, for the most part, we're trendsetters. I mean, with our music and with the sports, I mean, just everything. The movies, the best shit comes out of here, but, I mean, their economy's 10 times better than ours. Like, it's just, we're falling apart. I mean,
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I read Highlights for Children to kind of explain a little
They just
bit.
had that
From Columbus,
Like,
Ohio.
I don't know, man.
People like to go off
I went to
about
public
economies.
schools in Maryland, so I don't really know what the fuck's going on, man. That's what I wanted to say to you. You were saying about the dumbing down of America. I just went to shoot a sketch at a public school here in California. The grading system has dropped. Like, a C is now what used to be like a low D.
What?
And
Really?
it's just dropped down. Yeah, it's like a C is like
is now
50%.
a low
A C is 50%, like between, I think it's like 55 to like 55 to 50.
I have not
and then
heard this.
and then like a D is now like low 40s. No, it's
Oh
like-
my God.
dude, it's
Wow.
because it's like the whole like No Child Left Behind act. Like, they don't want anybody to fail. They want our schools. They
So
want
the
people to
curve
pass.
has gone down.
Dude, look how stupid everybody is getting, man. I mean, dude, I was a camp counselor for years, man, and I mean, those kids for the most part were fucking retarded.
Who wants
No
weed gummy
offense.
bears?
Were
I
you
would love one, like
the
a
camp
weed
counselor
but-
that was on acid?
Dude.
I just recently got back into AA. I can't really
Weed gummy
look
bear
at
Joe?
one.
So
No,
you
I'm
think the
just
kids are
tripping
stupid?
out.
I mean,
I'm tripping
well,
out about those grades. That's
I
nuts.
was reading something recently that like I think it's in that whole that thing that's on HBO right now. What is it, like The Weight of America? How kids are getting fatter. They're also they're spending 8 to 10 hours a day on some type of media, whether that's the internet, whether that's watching television, whether that's just no, they're not learning anymore. There's no hard work. Remember we used to have to write a paper for college, and you had to go to a goddamn library and read the actual chapter. And now these kids can go and just type in, "I need a quote about Friedrich Nietzsche," and boom, the fucking quote comes up. You know what I mean? Exactly what they're looking for. That it slows your brain down, man.
It does.
Parents aren't reading to kids anymore. Dude, I mean, I'm not to bring this. I mean, I DJed at a strip club for 3 years, man. Every one of those girls had kids.
With a voice like that?
All right, coming to the stage, guys. Another 2 for 1. First song for Citrus. But I'm telling you, man, like they all got kids, and those are the people. The stupid people are the ones that are having more and more kids, man. It's like the smart people have one child.
Well,
they teach
listen,
that
man.
kid well,
Be
and it
realistic.
evolves.
Be realistic. A lot of young girls fuck without condoms. That's
True.
why they become strippers.
I had one of those last
I mean,
night.
you have kids. It's not because you're like thinking kids are awesome. Shit just happens, son.
But you can't have an. I mean,
That they're not necessarily dumb. Th're just young.
No.
The our real problem is that people don't get challenged anymore.
True.
If you want to take away the difficulty in school, school should be fun. It should be interesting. It should be exciting. But you shouldn't make it boring as fuck and really easy. That's
yeah,
insane.
exactly.
Well, that's why sports are good, right?
Huge. Yeah, real competition, real competition where you actually have to compete. The real problem is there's a bunch of nanny ladies that are trying to run things, and they're like, no one should be a loser. No, we need to have losers. I don't even know if these people are real. So in my mind, someone has to fucking lose to show everybody else how to win. Because the only way to win is you got to be crazy. Okay, are you willing to put in the amount of work that a crazy person is going to put in? No, then you got to get your ass kicked every time you get out there, all right, fuckface? And somebody needs to tell you that, and that sort of sets a tone for your whole life. When you're out on a team, I don't care if you're playing football or basketball, whatever. When you get your dick kicked into the dirt by another team, you go like, wow. There are losers in this world.
Sure.
And you really have to win. If you want to win, you got to do better than the other people. It's actual competition, and it requires fucking work. So they create this slovenly attitude in people where they can just sort of slink in and slink out and go, this country sucks. Obama, where's my money? Obama, where's my money? And just shit DNA that's never been tempered, never been folded over a fire and hit with a hammer and clang, clang. It's not steel. It's just a bag of oatmeal. That's their personality. We you have to test things. The only reason why people get good at shit is they overcome adversity. Everybody we know that's even remotely interesting had a fucked up childhood.
Sure.
It's just how it goes, man. You can't just nerf the world.
I
Nerf the world.
I thought team sports was good for me. It got
Fucking great for you.
Taught me structure and
Taught you teamwork.
Yeah,
taught
right.
you camaraderie amongst friends.
But not everybody is cut out for sports. Some people need to be in bands. Some people that's competitive too, I guess, right?
When I was young, I was way too selfish for team sports. I never gave a fuck about the other people. I just wanted, if I played baseball, I couldn't wait until I hit a home run. I never tried to get on base, ever. If they would say, they would go Rogan, then Rogan just go first thing. I'd be like, yep. I go, yeah, whatever the fuck you just said. And as soon as that ball came at me, I hit it as hard as I fucking could every time.
Yeah.
Because I was playing for me. I wanted to see what I could do. I didn't want to fucking bunt. Suck my dick. This
Did
is
you grow up around a lot of black
dumb
people?
game. No.
You wrestled,
That's
right,
like
Joe?
the black guy
I like
attitude in
baseball.
basketball.
No, it's just I was a dumb kid. I was just dumb, and I was much more suited to one-on-one competition.
Do you ever play tennis, shit like that?
No, I never played tennis. Well, I played once with Rich Seisler, stand-up comedian. He plays like really high-level tennis, and he was overweight at the time. I don't know, maybe he slendered down. But we did a gig in Martha's Vineyard, and we played tennis until I got him to quit. I just kept playing. I just figured there's no way he's going to be able to keep doing this forever. And then once I started winning, he got fucking pissed because I couldn't play tennis. It was terrible. But he was so tired.
But was it he played before? Or is he just
yeah, this is my first day playing tennis.
And what about him, though? He'd played many times prior?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, that was really nothing worse than getting your ass kicked by somebody that's playing the first day, yo.
I'm a crazy person, though. We were playing for hours.
You're switching
I was
hands.
like, I'm going to find out how to play this game, and I'm going to run you down. I'm going to keep doing it until you can't do it anymore. I'm going to just keep playing. If we play 100 games, around game 90, I'm going to start to kick your ass.
Yeah. That was my dad, man. I used to play my dad in tennis, and he'd been playing for years. And then when I started getting better than him, he hated that.
He gets so mad.
My dad would purposely try to serve as hard as he could and aim it right for me. And I'm this 13-year-old kid, just
that's so mean.
Don't you love me? The one time I beat him, man, I never seen my dad more pissed off, man. Wow. He doesn't drink at all, and he went home and just poured this huge glass of wild turkey and just sat there and watched fucking McLaughlin Group. And I was like, what
people
the fuck?
You can't beat in a game. Isn't that funny?
Some people can't take losing, man.
When I was a competitive pool player when I lived in New York and I used to play in a lot of tournaments.
Sure.
I fucking hated losing, but I never blamed the other person. I was never rude to someone I was playing, but I saw a lot of people who would do that. They would lose, and then to me, if I lost, it's like, damn, why didn't I just concentrate an extra second on that shot?
Sure.
And maybe I could have made it. Because a lot of times it's like you're nervous, you just want to pull the trigger and get it over with, and it's a control thing. So if I get upset that I lost, I'm upset in my inability to control myself when I was trying to play good. But some people, it was a personal thing, man. Guys would be like, fuck you, bitch. How about we put this pool down and fight outside? I saw
Are you serious?
So many people do that to people.
Do you take
tournaments and shit. In tournaments, yeah. I saw a guy whack the balls with his stick and fucking threaten a guy in a tournament. I saw a guy get hit in the head with a bottle in a tournament. Yeah, They started fighting about playing. You never fucking beat me. You fucking beat me when I was tired, and
how can you be tired in pool? It's pool, for Christ's sake.
The guy in the question was a cab driver, and so he would. It was a really strange world, man. This dude would. He would work for a cab company for as long as he could, for weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. Work every day, basically, and not live, just so he could get up a stash of money, and then he'd come into the pool hall and gamble with.
Jeez.
And usually lose.
So you were like Paul Newman? You were just fucking this
No,
acing
I wasn't very
motherfuckers?
good. No, I wasn't very good. I'm a B player. I'm
That's pretty good.
No,
B's good.
for regular people, yes, but for real pool players,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
But my pool room had a few A players. There was a couple guys that were really good players. There was my friend Johnny, who was a really good player. My friend Tommy Jr. was a really good player. These guys, Tommy Jr. still plays today, and he's professional level. He could play on the pro tour. It's a weird sport, man. It's a thing of controlling yourself. It's controlling those balls as you're hitting them, striking them with the right amount of speed and aiming in the correct spot. And some people just get so fucking mad when they lose, man. It's a weird thing to watch. It's a weird thing to watch a guy who's completely unaware of what a cunt he's being. Just for no reason. Why? Just because you what the fuck is wrong with you? Just because that guy beat you, you want to kick his ass now?
When it came to actual physical sports, I never got mad if I lost. I always kind of blamed it on myself. I played tennis, basketball, but when I play somebody in video games and they beat me, if you're playing somebody in Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat and they do that one fucking move over and over and over again, just take you out, I get livid. Fuck. That's when you can actually get pissed off at somebody, but not fucking physical.
Yes, but no, he figured out a way to beat you. You got to accept that. Yeah, why are you mad at him? It doesn't make any sense that you're mad at him. You're playing a game. He's better at it. You're mad at him because you suck? Because that's really what it is.
When they figure
out
that
Brody?
one glitch.
I agree. No, I don't.
You got to learn how to be a loser, right? You got to learn how to be a good loser.
I did it.
Billy, how's the crowd, Billy?
I lost when I played baseball. I lost. It sucked.
Well, how about when if you play baseball or basketball or football, the reality is you're going to lose a lot.
Sure.
You're going to lose at least, every couple of games, you're going to experience a loss. So it goes from either the best possible feeling or the worst possible feeling. And you got to experience that. That's a part of life. Trying and failing is
and then
a part
you come
of life.
back the next game or the next practice and work harder.
You work harder, yeah.
As is everything in life, man. Trying to pick up girls, when you're young. That's also some sort of a sporting event.
Yeah.
Girls should shoot you down.
Of course,
you're coming off goofy, you fuckhead. There's a reason why if I videotaped any of my, from the time I was 25 on, I might have become a man, a normal human. But if I could go like back in time and videotape like when I was 18 or 17
God.
trying to get laid, and then watched it today,
Oh my Lord.
it would make my dick shrink up inside my body and run away.
Yeah, that was bad. I actually got more chicks then.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine if you were back then when you were 16. If the only chicks that you could pick up were like over 30.
Oh God.
Could you imagine? You just even remotely being able to communicate with a 30-year-old woman when you're 15.
Right.
I mean, what kind of conversations would you have? How stupid would you be? How transparent would your ego tricks be? You know, how weak is your relationship game when you're 15? You know,
I fucked a 40-year-old when I was 18.
Did you really?
But she was like, she lived next door to the coke dealer that I used to get coke from, and so she was a coke dealer too. And so she actually had like one of those sunken cheek faces, but a dope ass body. And then
wow.
And then she also had Viagra to make it work too. Which was
oh
even
my
better.
God, she was a freak.
She was all into me, man.
So when you say sunken cheek faces, like she had some work done or something?
No, like that coke face. You know what I mean? Like she stayed up
Jesus.
many late nights, like putting back together her Nintendo and stuff. You know what I mean?
Just taking 18-year-old dick like a champion.
But see, when I was 18, though, when I first started having sex, started getting those adult relationships, I was in the rave scene in Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. So all the girls, it wasn't even about hitting on them. It was just like, I'd just go up and like...
Whoa.
What
What happened?
happened?
What
I
happened?
can't hear anything.
What?
We got a bad feedback issue, Brian.
Sucks to be you
There you
guys.
I just...
No mics.
There you go.
Joe saved it.
Are we all
when I
back?
pulled it seems like when I leaned back, that's what did it. Brian's got one of those Belkin splitters that
Fucking
separates
Belkin.
all our headsets. And,
Available at Radio
I think
Shack.
they're really good for like 4 headsets.
Just don't touch
How
it.
many you
when
got
it gets
on
to
them?
like,
It looks like a ninja.
you're spinning it. There you go. When you get a lot of them.
Oh,
This place is
Still
Kit
good.
Kat together.
Yeah,
Bunch
we
of
gotta,
Kit Kats all
we
over the
gotta
place.
lay some like tubes down and put the wires and tubes.
Oh,
and shit.
no! The whole fact that there's like a big electrical circuit like right here on the table,
Where
and then we're
drinks
mixing
go?
with alcohol.
Yeah, and it's not even upright. It's like sideways where
Yeah.
the water can like easily get into those slots.
This is a...
It's like, and I try to disguise it by putting a bunch of cats down, so everyone's like, "Oh, look at those cute cats," but they don't realize like there's like live electricity right in the middle.
Electricity.
Tonight on
It's for
KCAL.
ratings. It's for
fire.
ratings.
Yeah, why, Brian? Why do you untangle this? You silly
It's
bitch.
for ratings.
Tonight
It's for
on
ratings.
KCAL, the Ice House Comedy Club has burnt to the ground because of Death Squad.
Yeah, at my house too, man. We got to sit down one day
Only
and do this.
porcelain caps.
Untangle shit.
Yeah, we need to hire who are good at those. By the way,
I'll do
jobs that should get paid good. You were talking about like doctors and teachers and stuff like. How about Popeye chicken employees?
Fuck yeah. Popeye
I mean,
chicken's awesome.
those guys deserve fucking
Yeah.
doctor salaries, right?
No.
No. That totally degrades what my sister's
Those
been doing for
those
years.
jobs are not that easy or that hard.
One's 7 years of college, the other one's 7 days of training, right?
Yeah, but do you think? Could you
Sucks
imagine
that
working
someone has
there?
to-
I don't
No,
think it's
man.
7 days of training. It's
Dude,
probably like
could
7
you
minutes.
could
There's
you
the
work
fryer.
at Popeye's Chicken for 1 week?
Yes, I could. 'cause
Yeah, you could
I
if
used
you
to
had
yell.
to.
I
You
used
think
to
you could?
manage a chicken wing restaurant called Cluck You Chicken, and
That's
I had to
different
work
than
there for.
Popeyes.
I don't, but
Man,
no,
you
it's
made me
not.
remind me of a place that was in the Village that was right down
Yeah.
the street from Boston Comedy Club. It was called Pluck You.
Yeah.
Do you
Exactly.
remember Pluck You?
Yeah.
You don't tell the people at Cluck You, man. They'll fucking sue
Yeah,
those
not Cluck, but
motherfuckers.
Pluck You. Well, it was a long time ago, man. I bet
Alright.
Pluck You had it first, and they had these wings, man.
Bomb.
They would sell. Oh my god, I couldn't. The first time I ever experienced like really ridiculously hot food,
Oh God, yeah, man.
like,
It's
like habaneros and shit like that. They had some crazy sauce with. They had like a murder sauce. It was like the hottest of the hot. So of course, me being a retard, I'm like,
tried
"Give me
it?
the murder. I'm not a pussy.
and you got to sign that waiver that's like you will not, if something
Yeah.
happens to you, if you get violent diarrhea or some shit like that.
You think people think that's a joke,
But it's
there
real,
used to be
yeah.
a place
Oh,
called.
really?
There used to be a place called Chili My Soul, and it was in Encino. And I'm not.
My buddy owns it.
Who? Your buddy's dead.
Ronnie Orr.
The guy who owns it is dead. Chili My Soul doesn't exist anymore.
Maybe
He went under.
it
Was
might
he
be
your
the
buddy?
Salads Galore, which is next
Oh,
door.
that's not the same thing.
Sorry, but it's next door, right, Joe?
I don't even remember.
Salad
I haven't
murder.
been there in years.
Salads
my
galore.
friend Tommy Hershko has an unbelievable ability to take hot foods. Like he way surpasses me. But we went there and they gave me a sample. And when I'm telling you a sample, it was like a thimble that you would put like on your thumb when you were a real thimble. If you were knitting something, they gave me of this chili. And this was the hottest shit that they had. I put it in my mouth and I started hiccuping like uncontrollably.
That's how hot.
My whole tongue went completely numb, just stinging hot. My whole mouth. It was a feeling that I'd never felt before from hot foods. I'm sweating. My nose is pouring snot. I'm crying. It was unbelievable, dude. It was the tiniest little amount of food that I put in my mouth.
And is that supposed to be good for you? Those reactions?
I don't know. That's a good question.
No, probably
I'm serious.
not.
No, but
your
it's
body
food. It's
violently
natural.
reacts, yeah.
Apparently,
It's natural.
It gives you some endorphin rush.
Stop with the fart.
It's more violent than that.
You ever get
Brian.
that shit in your eyes? You ever like
it's not
cut up
a
an
squirty
habanero?
fart. It's more like a blowtorch fart. I have gotten it on my dick before when you
Salsa?
touch a habanero and then you
Oh.
go to the bathroom and you're like, oh, you motherfucker.
And it's like in between your nails or
it
something.
gets in your pee hole.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ouch.
If you gently rub your pee hole accidentally, you know what I'm saying? You know how that happens.
Accidentally.
That-
If you're
Gently rub it.
caressing
You know,
it accidentally.
You know.
Pee hole?
Just rub that pee hole.
I made some salsa and I got I was like eating this habanero salsa and it was making me sweat and I started rubbing my sweat and I was like fuck man, it's burning, this stuff's so hot, and I was like, oh, my nose. I started rubbing my nose because my nose was running, and then I just had to fucking get in the shower and like run water on my face, which made it.
And you need soap. You can't just have water.
Well, it made it work like while it was on my face, but then when I took it off, it was twice as bad. You just had to tough
it's
it out.
oils.
Oh,
the
yeah.
food is. I mean, like when you have hot things, it's oils.
I have something worse. My friend was a chef, and he's like he travels the world and shit, and he got the hottest fucking hot sauce in the world, like legit. Like if you look on Google, I don't know what the name is, but he gave me a bottle of it, and I used to put it on my finger when I worked at this restaurant. And as a joke, I would just take a little drop on my finger, and when I walk like another waitress or something, or a waiter's like at a table going, and our specials today are, I'll just walk by and just like put it in his mouth, like just put my finger right in the person's mouth as I walked by. And it's totally like a classy restaurant too, and I would do it in front of fucking like like a 5-star restaurant, and I was just like,
God.
I was just a fucking retard. And so then all of them would have to like excuse themselves as they violently like fucking run to the fucking
Dude,
get water.
that's horrible.
It was we did pranks like
pretty
that all the time.
rude.
Did it come in a
but
tiny little bottle?
Yes, it was like
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
That's
called
like
the ghost pepper.
7 million Scoville. You know that Scoville scale?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's super concentrated. You take a drop of that and everyone dies. They put like 1 drop in like 2 gallons of chili, like to make it spicy.
Right.
Where people can't
It was a
handle
really small bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's like a
But
atomic.
here,
That stuff-
the karma got me though.
was so strong. That stuff is so strong. The stuff that I took that I told you was like unbelievably that wasn't even close to as strong as that shit. It's a
Yeah.
whole different kind of pepper. The kind I had was like capsicum or something like that, which is like really hot.
That's the stuff they use for pepper spray.
Yes, but
Military
the real
grade.
shit, the shit that you guys are talking about is it's really hard to pronounce.
Well, it's like they isolate
it's an
the
Indian thing.
the thing out
Yeah.
of the pepper.
It's called and it's Naga Boot
Yeah.
Jokola. And it's called the ghost pepper.
Yeah.
And there's YouTube videos of people taking this shit,
Right.
and it just you're fucked.
My
You're
friend ate a
fucked
ghost
for,
pepper
for hours
on New
man.
Year's.
Oh, hours?
Your hours. The people are in the fetal position,
ghost pepper.
screaming and crying, and their guts are being torn apart by this fucking hot pepper that's making its way through their system. This is like one bite, chew, chew, chew. Well, yeah, oh yeah, you see them like that. It's pretty hot.
They go to the
It's pretty
ER and
hot.
shit, right?
Yeah, and then they're just like, fuck. Ah! Like you see them just in agony.
Because it's going, and they feel it going through their
Oh,
bodies.
it's fucking a blowtorch.
Karma
going through your
came
whole
back
body.
to me hard though. People like all the other waiters didn't have the hot sauce, so they couldn't really do the same shit I was doing to them. So they would like put flour on my balls, and stuff like that when they walk, because we had black pants.
No, I don't know.
No, no.
I
So it
don't
looks
know.
like
I
you
get
have
it.
white
Yeah, you
balls.
know how it is.
But-
Friends putting flour on your balls.
But
Yeah.
Frying
but
them.
I was
Yeah,
driving
your balls
home
out,
once
yeah.
after doing this, and I rubbed my fucking corner of my eye. I went like this and itched the corner of my eye while driving on a freeway.
Oh my god!
I fucking had to pull over. I couldn't. I was blind for
Oh my
about 20
God.
minutes.
Wow, that must have fucking hurt.
My eyes were bright fucking red. It was
It's amazing
crazy.
that there's these fucking peppers that are actually edible that do this to us, and we choose to add them to foods.
I would never do it.
Yeah, we're like, oh, look how cool I am. I'm gonna eat this thing that terrorizes my body.
Because I'm telling you, this chili that I had was nothing as strong as this ghost pepper thing. It wasn't even close, and I couldn't imagine anything hotter. It was hard to believe that anything hotter would be considered food.
People just do.
And what do you put that stuff on? Just
Well, the stuff that I'm not saying it right. I should probably.
They like boil it down
Google
and
how to say
concentrate it.
Well, yeah, you can get the actual thing that makes
Yeah.
peppers hot. It's like a chemical compound. You can get just a liquid bottle of that stuff.
oh, it's a chemical
Guys,
compound.
you know what the best about the ghost pepper is? Is that people prank people with it by putting it in food and stuff and also film it.
That's not the
people
best
that
part.
are doing challenges. Look at this shit.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, it's called capsicum.
I ordered a pizza. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on it. This is
That's the
Boa
shit.
Jahagia.
Yeah.
The ghost chili. It is the hottest pepper in the world. Guinness Book of World Records says this is the #1
Look at that.
hottest
Use
pepper.
caution.
It has over
Wear
a million
gloves.
units
What's he
on
covering
the
it up?
Scoville scale.
Yeah,
and
million
it's insane.
Scoville.
Look.
You have to
Blah,
wear
blah,
like
blah, blah, blah.
masks.
Handle with caution. Wear gloves.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wear like surgical masks,
Regular
like in the
Tabasco sauce
factories
is
and
about
stuff.
2,500, and I'm gonna put this on the pizza when it shows up. Nikki loves hot food, so I got her the hottest pepper I could find.
What
Wait,
the
what's
That's
an
stupid
his
show is
girlfriend
this?
too.
This isn't real, bro. We're gonna show something that's not real.
Let's find out.
If this guy really did put hot peppers like that on
Dude,
his girlfriend,
there was an edit. There was an edit right there, which is.
What have you done?
Oh my God!
Yeah, that seems totally real.
Look at its reaction.
That might be the fakest shit I've ever seen in my life.
No, that seems real.
Just
Does it
ride
really?
out. It can't be that
Hold on.
bad. How hot is it? You drooling? It's the Guinness World Book of Records hottest pepper.
I believe it.
It'll get better.
I don't
It's
like.
not
I
real.
don't like either of those people.
I hate him.
She's a great actress.
Yeah, she.
Milk only helps for a second.
She's gonna be on Whitney next season.
Yeah.
Oh, my lips. Oh, my mouth.
You're the worst than the cayenne pepper.
God, I want to do you.
Do you think he still gets a fucker tonight?
I hope not. What a fucking jerk.
Do you think that he really did that?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Almost
seems-
1 million hits.
Seems rigged.
This seems fake. Yeah.
She could easily be that crazy.
Why would you have so many cuts if it was real? That was like 3 cuts and you skipped through.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would be. You wouldn't want to show everything. If it was real, it makes more sense that there's some cuts to it. That, I mean, maybe he can like put the full file online for skeptics, but why would you show all the boring shit before she actually ate the pizza? Because chicks don't ever just eat pizza. They hold you hostage with a story about the spin class first.
Well, I mean, we did skip forward all the way. I skipped forward right to when she was eating it.
Right.
Yeah,
So
there's
there
a
was-
cut
okay.
even when she had it in her mouth.
No, but that was
Yeah.
because of time. I bet she sat there and ate it. That makes it even more realistic
Oh, yeah?
because like she probably sat there and ate fucking pizza for 2 minutes, until it hit her. So that's why they cut it there. That makes it more realistic, in my opinion.
So you're going for real?
I go for a real on that.
Real
Wow.
or fake?
That's
They
amazing.
are
I think
very
it was
boring
fake.
people.
I give it a fake.
All right. Well, here's another one. What do you guys think about
Unless
this?
Wait a
again,
minute,
I also-
Brody. I'd like to hear Brody as my friend.
What's going
I'm
on?
saying
What's
fake.
going on right
Why?
now?
Why do you feel like it was fake?
He was just too calm about it, and she was overreacting. And was,
I don't think she was overreacting. It seems her reactions are consistent with people online that have eaten them.
really?
Yeah. I mean, she was doing her mouth, the goldfish mouth thing, where she was going like.
Is this guy gonna eat
Yeah.
one?
Here's another prank.
I saw a dude go to the emergency room.
Is this a
you see a
prank?
guy
Yeah.
go to the emergency room. She
But
took
that's
it.
hot sauce, man. That ain't
No,
that
that's
hot.
it's the pepper though. That's in that hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a ghost pepper hot sauce?
Yeah. I mean,
I can't believe that. Is that true?
don't know why there's no sound. Oh.
Because that guy's busy eating his own dick. What is he doing?
He's jerking it, bro.
Putting it down. He's feeding it to a dog, and then he's eating. This is bizarre, man.
He kills
he's
his
eating
dog
a
on
sandwich,
accident.
and he's feeding his fucking dog the sandwich, too. And you fast forward.
Oh, here's his friend. That's stupid.
How do you like it? How's ghost chili sauce, baby? Was that hot? Just to be fair, I tried some.
I want to do that.
This makes me so depressed that those people have to live that life.
No, look at all these real people being boring.
Yeah. That's a real life that I don't want to be a part of.
How many views did that have?
You know what I'm saying?
Not as much as this one. This one
Just
has
even being their neighbor would
This
be
one
a bummer.
has one and a half
drag you right down.
million.
Wow.
1.5 million. All right.
Ghost pepper, round one.
They're just gonna.
They're really gonna
do
just
it?
do that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not even supposed to touch that thing with your hands.
It's funny they're having it
10,
on forks, like it's not gonna burn the shit out of their mouth.
Oh my god, they're really gonna do it.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chew, 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 chew. You have to.
She's chewing.
Oh, you need to lay off the milk. Is it not that bad?
It's cool songs.
Apparently,
I bet the girl on the left swallowed it right away, and the girl on the right actually chewed it. That's what I think.
It's gonna hurt their buttholes later.
you probably would be better off chewing it.
Look, that's what my guess is. That girl fucking drank that shit right away, and I think she swallowed the whole pepper on the
I
left.
think that's not a good move. I think the better move would be to chew it, because you want to break that shit down. You don't want your body to have to break it down.
True.
Jared, are
She's gonna be
these
hurting
peppers
later on the
defective?
left, but on the right's hurting the most now. I
Her
bet.
stomach just explodes.
See, look at it. It's totally night and day
That
difference.
was-
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's a real response right there.
And now she's touching her face with it.
Well, she had it on
Well,
a
she
fork.
never.
on a fork, yeah.
She had it on a fork. Yeah.
The real prank is that milk is fucking gasoline.
That's cum.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, man. Maybe one girl didn't really have the pepper.
Oh, that's what the prank is.
Hey, Jordan, what are you feeling? What are you feeling right now?
Well, look how cute she's getting.
Wait a minute.
No, that wasn't fair. I did it.
What are you feeling?
Yeah. Don't.
For the audio listeners, she's now puking.
Yeah, this is nuts.
And one girl's really affected by it, and it looks like the other girl might have pranked her.
Yeah, the other girl is like acting like there's nothing
Oh,
going
I
on.
see tears.
No, I'm done. I ate it. I gave you a dud.
Apparently drinking Altadena milk also.
He goes, I gave you a dud, the guy said. He doesn't know that, though.
He must have given her a different kind of pepper.
Supposed to be the one of the hottest peppers in the world.
The thing about it is, man, it lasts a long time.
She doesn't like this anymore.
She's laughing. Touch your eyes. Crying.
She never touched the pepper. They're still
Yeah.
like, don't touch your
It
eyes.
must be a little painful.
Dude, she's just
Tessa over
pouring
here is
tears.
completely fine. I don't understand.
Oh, because she swallowed it.
She must have had a dud.
I wonder if it's possible that she had a dud. Is that possible?
I don't know. I mean, she swallowed hers immediately without biting it. I think she
She
knew
bit
it.
a couple times, though, man.
I think she was acting. I think the whole thing was an act. She just fucking swallowed the whole thing. She's like, I ain't fucking biting that shit.
Well, it's going to get her either way. If she swallowed it, it'll get her when it gets to her stomach.
Yeah, she'll be shitting blood like crazy. But both of them will be.
But it
This-
might have also been that they pranked her and the other girl didn't have a real one.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Because the other girl's not even freaking out.
Yeah, it's weird. Because she did bite it a couple of times, man.
And the camera hasn't left her.
Yeah. Why is the camera only on this one chick?
Yeah,
Always,
it was a
always.
prank, right?
Don't say that.
1.3 million?
It's just sad. Like, I feel so bad. Like, I can't watch.
Fast forward it. See, look how long it takes. See, there's an edit in there. 'Cause it takes a long-ass time for them to recover from this shit.
Ow. I can't even stop drinking.
Hurting your throat now?
Plus, she's in college. She probably has herpes, so it's just burning even worse.
I'm giving that one a real.
What is he telling her to take? Oil?
Castor oil. No, art. They're probably just making her do grosser shit.
Yeah, they're making her drink, put oil in their mouth.
I hope this doesn't turn into.
She hasn't thrown up yet.
Is that just cooking oil?
Yeah.
Wow, this is so strange, man.
It's very sad to watch this.
If they really did prank her, they're douchebags.
Yeah.
Did that seem realer than the other one?
Yeah, that seemed real. But they're both real.
That seemed real.
I think they both seem real.
That one seemed real.
Yeah, that was real.
The first one didn't to me.
Oh, wait. Listen to this one. When eating a ghost pepper goes wrong, what the fuck is this
Hey,
one
who's
about?
on stage right now?
I don't know.
I believe it's Josh Adam Myers.
And who's on after him?
That I don't know.
Randy Liedtke.
Oh, shit.
Is that Manny Ramirez?
On the other hand, she got two, so we about to go in right now. You ready with that timer, D?
I thought he got time. Okay, I got time.
I got the timer.
Oh, you sure?
We got
I
one?
got it.
Give me the phone. I get to hold the phone.
What's the timer
That's
for?
fine.
I don't
Okay.
$10
Ready?
he pulls out a gun.
Right.
Ready, set, go.
Robbery gone right.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know why I'm doing this shit all over again.
I don't know why I'm doing this shit.
That's it.
They smell good though. Like they taste like bacon.
Oh, that's the best line in the video.
They should be hitting them by now.
Hell yeah.
They're also they're 300 or 400 pounds a piece.
It's probably live.
Oh, you tasting it now?
Mm-hmm. It's in the throat now.
It's delightful.
Again, back at it. Your Harley talk. It's all closing on my throat and shit.
Is you shaking her head?
See, that's how I was last time. I'm straight now. Like today, I can do it.
He's just going.
All right,
Last
that's
time.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
When I
Hell no.
Is this the worst pepper video or
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what's
Oh,
going
she
on?
gotta go to the bathroom.
what the
Wait.
fuck?
She is.
Wait, it got all serious.
Why's he got? Oh,
She in the
I thought that was a
bathroom throwing up,
syringe.
dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It was just his iPhone.
No, he's calling 911.
This is one of the dumbest videos of all time. Brian, what have you exposed the world
What
to?
the fuck?
I was trying to get her face.
The video is completely
Oh
pointless.
my god, she had a baby.
She was like, we ate a pepper. Damn, that shit's hot. Dude, I went to see Spider-Man,
Smell like
and there was a lady in the movie theater, and when Spider-Man got bit, she goes, he got bit by a spider. I'll never forget that. she was sitting there watching Spider-Man. And she goes, he got bit by a spider. You know those people that are like, they're like movie reporters? They report what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in trouble now. You know? Oh, he got him. You know?
Yeah, they just ruined the movie.
Well, it's the
Sometimes it
fucking worst.
helps.
But how dumb you have to be to want to say those words, think those words, then say
and
them.
then just belt him out.
He got bit by a spider.
Now, was that opening weekend?
No, man. No, it'd been out for a while.
Because like the early, I find
like she
if you go
actually
the
never
opening
knew
weekend-
that that's how the story went.
It didn't even matter, man. She's just like one of those people that drives by a sign and just reads it. You know, there's people that do that. 55 miles an hour. They just read it. Next stop, Woodland Hills. That sounds like a Brody Stevens bit.
Winnetka, Shoot,
Roscoe.
Fallbrook.
There's some people that just like
DeSoto.
read out. They read signs. They see things. And they
I'm
just repeat
familiar.
it.
I've got some cousins like that.
Positive energy. That was a lot of chili pepper talk.
Crazy.
I mean, that makes you like think about it though.
I did. You know, I don't have any desire to take one of those, but I have bitten into some habaneros before. There's this company called Grillo's Pickles.
Yeah.
Out of Boston. They make the best fucking pickles on earth, dude. You can't. You would say, why do you give a fuck about pickles? Like pickles are not that good. They're okay. Go to Jerry's Deli. The green ones are particularly like the bright green ones.
Yeah,
particularly kind
those
of tasty.
those taste good. The
They
crunchy
taste
dill
good. Oh,
pickles.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But they're just pickles. You get one of these Grillo's pickles. They make a spicy pickle with habaneros and jalapenos and garlic all in the brine. And it's not too spicy. It's just the right amount of spicy. But there's like chunks of habaneros in there. And I ate one the other day.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Good.
Now, was that like a
quite
10-minute
kick.
burn, or was that like a...
It's quite a kick to it, but it's nothing compared to this ghost pepper thing. Nothing.
But it's all in the vinegar too, right? Like it has
probably
that-
a lot of it got absorbed in the vinegar. I'm still quite hot, but this capsicum, I think it is. That I did look it up.
And this is from Chile, this pepper? Is this like a black market item, or can you just walk in?
No. It's you buy it in a culinary place, but I think you have to have a you have to have like you have to sign a waiver when you were at Chili My Soul. You used to have to sign a waiver to buy it because he used to sell it. He had like capsicum in like a little cake.
The waiver in case you got sick, you couldn't sue him, kind of thing.
Capsicum.
Yeah, that's
how
the
you
pepper
say
spray
it.
stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I got arrested one time and I got pepper spray and they said wash it off, but they didn't warn me that it doesn't. It goes all the way down. Like if you wash it off your face, they pepper spray you, and it's like a lot when you're getting arrested. I guess they want to be very aggressive. But if you take a shower, they put you in that prison shower and you wash it off, and it goes all down your chest, right under your dick.
Whoa!
And it's the worst. So it's
and
like
they know that it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was being particularly belligerent, so I guess they're like, just let him wash it onto his penis, so he'll have 10 hours in the holding cell with Bernie dick.
What did you do
Bernie
that Bernie dick? That sounds like one of Barney's friends on Barney the Dinosaur. This is my friend Bernie Dick.
What did you do? Were you were belligerent about what?
No, I was like 17, and this girl wouldn't give me a ride home from a party, so I was all wasted. I was like, I'll just walk home. So I decided to go to the main street, and they arrested me. I decided to be an asshole. Like, you're 17, you think you're awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm all drunk, and I think I'm particularly awesome at that moment, so I'm like, I'm going to fuck this guy up. And they took me down pretty hard, and they went straight for the pepper spray. They didn't give me a chance to apologize.
Wow.
And then I was pepper sprayed in the back of the car, and then they did it again because they missed, and I thought I was invincible, so I was like, oh, it doesn't work on me. I'm the baddest motherfucker ever.
Did you actually say this?
In my head. I don't know if I spoke out loud.
But why'd they spray you again?
Because it didn't hit me, and I was being even more belligerent, so the guy opened the door. I remember it vividly.
You're already in the car?
I'm in the car. He pulls the door open. He pins my head against the seat and hits me right directly in the open eyeballs.
Wait a minute. He's pepper spray you in the
abuse.
back seat of the car?
Yeah, it smoked. It actually
Of the cop car.
Yeah, this is the other cop. There's two cops at this point. They're in a blazer, and the guy in the front, he actually got affected by it. So he hits me with the pepper spray in the car, and the guy in the front was like, "Fuck, you got me." And I remember him talking about it while I was crying.
Was this in Texas?
Yeah.
Of course.
I cried all the way to the
Christ.
police station, and
I
I was
don't
like, I
even
guess
know
I
if
am
they're
17.
allowed to do that.
In Texas, they can do it.
I don't know, man. I bet if you made us think about that, you take a 17-year-old kid, slam his head against the window, and spray him right in the eye with pepper spray while you already have control of him, that seems abusive.
Yeah,
They've
I don't know.
convicted an 11-year-old of murder, though.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between being an 11-year-old murderer and a 17-year-old drunk. If they really did that and held your face up against a wall and then pepper sprayed you in the eyes, that's kind of assault. It's like they already had control of you.
It might have
Or
had
did
something.
they? Were you trying to kick back?
No, I was trying to kick the windows.
Okay. You're retarded.
Okay.
Yeah. I was a wasted kid. I thought I was awesome, and then they proved me
You did
wrong.
not tell us all this.
No, I was being
definitely
particularly
missing some details.
No, particularly belligerent in the back. I didn't expand on that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But being more belligerent than the original time when they decided to arrest me.
Yeah, they should have tasered you.
I don't think tasers were that prominent at that moment. I'm glad I got the
Taser's more lethal. Taser
more dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm sure they had them, but I'm glad I didn't get that.
There were two guys once up at the store about 3 years ago, and the tip jar goes missing on the front bar.
Uh-oh.
And so Ingram's up there, and one of the guys that no one knew just disappears. So Ingram goes up to the guy that was still there and goes, "Hey, when's your friend going to come back with that tip jar?" And he was like, "What do you mean, man?" He's like, "Your friend just stole the tip jar." He's like, "No, he didn't." He's like, "Look, no one knows who you guys are, and the tip jar's missing. So just tell him to bring it back." And then so people started finding out, and the crowd started gathering around. And then the guy gets back, and Rick's like, "Hey, where'd you put that money?" And he's like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." And then so at this point, there's a mob around them, and then out of nowhere,
Barris was all over it.
Fucking the guys, they just start sucker punching people. People are dropping.
They started sucker punching people?
Well,
the accusees?
Yeah, what happened was Chris Walsh came out and tried to break it
just
up.
Tried
He's
to
like,
be
hey,
nice.
everybody, hey, calm down. And one of them just sucker punched him, dropped him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So an all-out melee breaks loose, and to the point where one of the guys gets pepper sprayed and gets up, tries to run, hijack a car, The doors are locked. Then just starts taking off, running down to Kings Road, just past Katana. Hooks a right, runs straight up to Hollywood Hills. Jumps a fence to a party that's happening on the very first house on the left. Jumps the fence to the deck. They shut the deck and lock him out. He's banging on the window. And at that point, that parking garage or that parking lot right there wasn't there. And so it was just a fenced-in, kind of just abandoned lot with a huge fence. So he like jumps down that little concrete retaining wall, slides like 20 feet. At this point, the cops jump the fence, just like a movie, like just saves him like a touchdown style tackle. Gets on top of him, and we counted out, I believe, 12 punches.
The cop punched him 12 times.
12 times.
Damn.
And we
Nice. You had a solid count.
Well,
One,
it was.
two.
Yeah, we were assholes. We were counted out, but
Yeah, that's fantastic.
no, we couldn't believe it, and we were like. Someone was like, "That's police brutality." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a little, aggressive." But these guys did just sucker punch 3 or 4 people down the block, tried to hijack a car, and broke into a house. So he kind of gets what he's got coming.
Wow.
You brought
The
that
only
up because
alleged thing is the tip jar.
No, they found the tip jar in the trash can out by the back exit door of the main room. There's
Right.
the trash can right there.
So he took. I mean, how much?
They
was all
stashed
this
it in
for?
there.
like
How much was in the
$200.
trip
It was
jar?
a Saturday
When
night
did
or
this
something,
happen?
Sam was working, so she pulled pretty good tips. The old blonde waitress.
This is like a few years ago?
Yeah, this is probably 2 or 3 years ago.
The store's always been a vortex. So
Yeah.
there's always been weird motherfuckers that come down to the store.
They let anybody in.
Well, it's not just that. There's no one running the show down there. You know, it never was, and that was one of the reasons why it was a fun place to perform, because we didn't have to deal with, like, management. Remember, until Dean came along, there was no real managers.
Right.
I mean, there was people that had to, like, report as manager, and that's what they got paid for a living, but they didn't manage any comedians.
But huge turnover, too. Like, they would be
Yeah.
there for, like, 2 or 3 months,
Mhm.
and then fucking another person comes in.
Yeah, they tried to do, like, real management for a while. I forget what her name was, but she tried to, like, really regulate things.
Shelley?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
She tried to tell people that they would get banned if they smoked pot. And you're like, what are you even yammering about? Like, what,
Shelley, I barely even remember her.
What do you think you're doing?
She was there just briefly.
Well, it was the idea. It was like, we're going to clean this place up. We're going to pick this place up by its bootstraps. But at a certain point in time, you got to realize, well, what are you selling? You're selling comedy.
Barry
It's-
Diamond.
The comedy is coming from comedians.
Right.
And you have a relationship with them. And the relationship is that you're selling their art. That's what you do. That's all you're doing. So when you get crazy and you try to, like, renegotiate or change the way things have always been in a club, you're going to run into some pretty fierce resistance, because really, who the fuck are you? You're
Yeah.
just a person that's
Well, it's
selling
not-
our stuff.
It's not just the management, too. It's the building. Like,
Yeah.
the building itself has just crazy powers.
Yeah,
and-
well, there was a reason why we're all willing to be there and do that, and work there for free. It's because it was this kind of like weird sacred ground.
Yeah.
I've seen
weird.
ghosts. Have you seen a ghost there yet?
No, I never saw ghosts there. I don't believe in ghosts.
No.
I think it's mostly people that are full of shit. I think most people, if you give them a chance, they're going to tell you something that's not true. Just got to give them a chance. And if you want to talk ghost stories and you got a good one, they'll just tell you one that's not really true. They have a little weird memory, and they've twisted that memory up in their mind, and over time it's gotten bigger and bigger, and every time they tell it, they add a little more, and before you know it, they saw a ghost.
Ghosts
mostly, it's people full of shit.
Right. But UFOs, those are aliens. That's more real.
That might not be real either. That might be your imagination.
You think so?
It's possible. There's a real problem with UFOs. There's no good pictures. You could say there are, but there's not really.
What about that Google Earth one in Italy with the little alien?
That ain't real.
People said.
How come there aren't any good photos? That's
it's not. Everybody has a phone now. As the amount of cameras has increased exponentially, what's increased is actually the amount of hoaxes. The amount of proven hoaxes have increased like crazy. Like, there's so many proven hoaxes that you can find all over the internet of, like, fake spaceships and shit, and fake UFOs, and people using, like, visual special effects to create UFO videos. But there's very few, like, really credible sightings. Very few really credible ones, and very few really credible photos where it's like, it looks like anything. I just found it really hard to believe that if there are spaceships regularly appearing, that someone hasn't fucking captured one by now. Doesn't mean that they haven't come here before.
What about the one in Phoenix when they had the huge flyover?
You know what? The problem with that is they've recreated that in when they dropped flares, and they had the flares do the exact same thing. They dropped flares all in like a pattern, and they would get UFO reports with that. You don't know what the fuck they were saying. You know, when you see things that could easily be drones. I mean, think about what we have now. Like when you look at like what the government got busted with in Iran, that drone that crashed. And then there was another drone that killed like the top guy, one of the top guys in Al Qaeda, killed him yesterday.
Yeah,
in Pakistan.
second place. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are spaceships, bro. Fucking, and they don't like only invent them and then use them tomorrow. They have years of development, especially if these are spaceships that are looking to shoot rockets at you.
Yeah.
So I think most of these sightings that people are talking about are things that the United States government has made in Area 51 and for secret military purposes. Like there's all sorts of videos of people that used to there used to be a ridge where you could legally go and film what was going on in Area 51. And then that was back when Area 51, they said it didn't exist. This is pre-Google Maps. See, what a lot of people don't know is, you know, when we were kids, Area 51 was like a crazy rumor. It was like Hangar 18. Like Hangar 18 was where they supposedly took the Roswell bodies from New Mexico when the UFO crashed. Hangar 18, there was like a movie about Hangar 18. It was like, this is it real? Do they really have when people would talk about Area 51, the government would say Area 51 doesn't exist. Well, there is no place where we're out there working and making UFOs. So then people started coming to this ridge and taking these photos of these fucking credible objects spinning through the air and doing things that conventional aircraft can't do, and they're balls of light that interact with each other, and they don't know what the fuck is going on, right? But they have all this video footage. So then the government has to actually come out and say that there's an Area 51 because they want to increase the illegal territory. So they expand their territory by, you know, several hundred miles or, you know, in circular. And so now you can't get to that ridge where these people were taking photos. But in order to do that, they had to actually come out and admit there was an Area 51. And I'll never forget it. Because it was like, to me, when I was a kid and I was into UFOs, it was like, Area 51 is like,
it's
and
real.
then when they were like, Area 51 is
real.
real, and the government had to admit it in order to make more land illegal.
To eliminate it.
You're like, holy shit. There really is a place out in the middle of the fucking desert, out in the middle of nowhere, where they fly you in on unmarked planes every day, and then they fly these people back to work. I mean, there really is a crazy spot out there.
Is that Nevada?
Yeah. It's still there. It's called Groom Lake, the whole area. And there's another area that's near it. There's Area 51. There's Groom Lake. There's this. It's like a dry lake bed out there, and they just fucking test all kinds of. That's where stealth bombers were created. That's where all the stealth technology. They're doing all kinds of crazy shit. So a lot of the things that these people see, for sure, those are United States government aircrafts that they're experimenting with. They're not just going to try them in Pakistan. And they don't always work, especially right out of the box. You know, look at this one that crashed in Iran, and President Obama was like, "We asked for it back," which is hilarious. But they crash,
right?
they get shot down. You know,
act like it went over the neighbor's fence or some shit.
I mean, how crazy is that? We asked for our remote control spaceship back.
Nicely.
If you didn't know what a UFO was, you know, if you didn't know what one of those drones was, and you saw it fly over your head, you would assume that's from Mars.
And they're silent, aren't they? You can't hear them. They're not.
I don't know. Are they?
I'm assuming they are. I mean,
some of them must
30,
be.
40 years ahead
They keep
of time.
They keep making it quieter and quieter. So
Well, they're
it's
smaller and smaller too. They've got ones you could find them online that are like dragonfly size now.
Yeah,
like
that
really?
Yeah, and they can fly for days.
Their wings flap just
U.S.
like a
government
dragonfly.
has little tiny dragonfly.
That's all we know about Brody Stevens. There could be more. You know, it's the even scarier technology. Cliffy B from Epic Games was talking to us about this nanotechnology that was like the size of a grain of rice, and it was a camera and a GPS, and it was able to record video and transmit it.
Yeah.
And so what it was literally is like sand. Like you could leave this shit laying around like sand around streets in the cities, and everywhere you go, you would have detailed video being
everything that happened.
Transmitted. Yeah, and then there was some sort of self-sustaining power source too, or they would run on solar or something crazy where they didn't even have to like replenish it for like decades. And this is all like concepts. It's all like conceptual, like whether or not they're going to be able to do this. But at one point in time, they may be able to just dust a city with cameras, like these little tiny grain of sand sized cameras, and everything you do everywhere constantly will be streamed. And someone will have access to that to find out if you're doing anything fucked up. And you'll have to, like, you know, constantly be vacuuming cameras out of your house.
Taping off your windows.
Yeah, all you need is one. You need one grain that catches you smoking crack in the corner of your shitty apartment, and they fucking kick down the door as if your life doesn't suck bad enough.
Yeah.
And they drag you away because there's grains
true.
of sand that can see you everywhere.
There's a documentary on HBO right now about these Marines trying to like liberate some town in Afghanistan, and they use those little things to like fly over to find out where all the Afghan dudes. It's the most.
The drones, like it.
Yeah. It's crazy,
It's
man.
like the hummingbird ones.
Well, just like it just. What's so great about it is just imagine how many lives are getting saved on our side, at least. I mean, because before, we used to just, we just had no idea and just run out and just fucking kill everybody.
You have to knock the wall down and then run in.
Yeah. I mean, we're still getting losses, but I mean, we save. I think it's like
saving lives on both sides.
Saving lives on both sides.
Yeah, there's
man.
equal evil though. They'll use it for some other shit too. There's like save lives, but spy.
What you should do is like be like sitting in a strip club and send one of those drones into the dressing room so you can really see what the strippers look like in light. You know what I mean? And they go, all right, well, I'm not dancing with cilantro. Fuck that shit.
It's just such a, the reason why we're there and the reason why we say we're there, they're just such, they're like close. They're like near each other. They're next to each other.
Yeah.
But the reason why they're over there is to make money.
Sure.
And so they have, if they have some issue, some Afghanistan rights issue that they can also throw up in everybody's face, we need to help those poor people. We would save a lot more lives without drones. Save a lot more if we weren't there.
Well, the thing is, Joe,
Good point. You can't get shot in Afghanistan if you're not standing.
Yeah,
in
we shouldn't be
Afghanistan.
there, period.
Sure.
So, yeah, it's going to save lives on both sides, but would serve a lot more if we just used our technology for fucking good.
Sure.
The idea that the best shit that we have, the mind-blowing shit that we sit around and talk about, it's all about blowing stuff the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, more than anything, technology's changed just war in general. I mean, think how much war's changed since you watch, Glory or something like that, and where they just would stand 30 yards apart, line up.
War,
You were talking about storming Normandy. I mean, that's fucking
crazy.
I mean, you know how many
Old school.
losses we used to get?
How about, fuck that, man. How about Game of Thrones style?
Dude, that's the shit.
How about swords, son? How about swords and arrows, That's
Are those days over?
Those days are over, Brody.
Renaissance fairs, that's about it.
I could deal
Are
with
those
that.
days over? No, they could come back. We
They
might have
could.
already gone through it. There might be many cycles. If you believe in like Graham Hancock and those guys, they think that there was high civilizations tens of thousands of years ago that got wiped out. So it's possible, Brody.
That's
Well,
what Prometheus
we
is
won't
about.
be for that.
Is that what it's about?
That's
Don't
what
tell
it's
me
about.
anymore.
Nah, dude, I got
the
my
fucking previews, man. I don't
Pull
want to
up
know what
midnight
blows
at
up.
Midnight
Pull up
show in
that
Arclight,
I
dude.
think
I
might
bought my
have to
ticket,
do it,
dude. I'll
son.
buy you a fucking ticket on
I might
me,
have
dude.
to do it.
That's the
And then,
prequel to Aliens?
and then we'll head over to the Gower Roscoe's and get down on the
No,
number 9
you
country
don't get
boy.
down there after 1 a.m., son.
Nah,
that
dude.
Prometheus
Dude,
trailer.
Getting down there after 1 a.m. You'll be a casualty.
I lived a fat guy's dream for the 5.5 months after my car accident. I was on all these painkillers, and I ate Roscoe's chicken and waffles 7 motherfucking days a week.
So good.
Big Mama at Pico, I'd walk in and she'd be like, "What's up, baby? How you doing? You want the country boy?" I was like, "You damn right, strawberry Kool-Aid. Let's go."
Strawberry Kool-Aid and Country Boy. For those who don't know, there's a staple in Los Angeles called Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and it's fucking fantastic. It's like the most delicious fried chicken and the most delicious waffles, and they're real American waffles, not those fucking Frenchy Belgian-y motherfuckers, those fat stupid waffles. Those retard waffles. They're real the thin kind. When
like
you put a lot of
Texas toast
butter.
waffle.
Yeah, man.
You put a lot, like Waffle House waffles. They know how to do it. They don't fuck it up at the Waffle House. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You go to the Waffle House. You're going to get a real waffle. You're not going to get some nonsense from Belgium with strawberries. Fuck you and your strawberries.
I don't want
That's
Miracle
not
Whip.
a waffle. You silly
Whip.
bitch. That's a
Not
pastry.
Who puts Miracle Whip
It's a
on?
big stupid pastry that I'm pretending is a
Whatever
waffle.
the whip
Dude,
shit
it's the
is
truth.
in the bucket.
Oh.
Black people know
Cool
how to
Whip.
cook great food.
Cool Whip.
They
man.
know how to cook barbecue,
Yeah.
and they know how to cook some chicken.
Some real
And
American food,
That fucking Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, you would never think that combination even makes any sense.
And it's perfect.
It is so good with chicken with some hot sauce too, some El Tapatio on the chicken, and then you got those collard greens too. They make the most delicious collard greens.
Speak the truth.
Ooh, ooh, that chicken's
Oh,
good.
Lord.
Let me get an amen from the
Can I
congregation.
get
Amen. Amen, brother.
Amen.
Even the collard greens are good though.
Everything is
so
good at Roscoe's. Yo,
Roscoe's,
yo,
is, Roscoe's is like a real, legit, spectacular food joint.
Is it a
packed out every fucking
Yeah.
night, dude. Lines
Yeah.
out the door, and the best part is they get you in and
Haven't
out.
eaten
I
there.
go in there
Never
by
eaten there?
myself.
Oh,
Just moved
dude.
here 5
They'll
months
have the
ago.
food.
Look, Josh is a savage. He goes in solo.
Well, I'm telling you, because like
Is there more than one
I don't give a
location?
fuck.
I was
Yeah,
on-
there's-
I was
I think there's
on-
4.
There's Manchester, there's Manchester, Gower, Pico.
What's the safest
and Pasadena.
Probably
there's
the
one
one
right
on
down the
Gower.
street.
There's one in
dude.
Pasadena.
There's
That's
one
right. There
down
is.
Lake, dude.
That's right. It's right down the street.
Packed.
Then the Pasadena
Jesus
one's the
Christ.
safest. I think.
See, dude, I'm telling you, the world is not real. Why would there be a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in
Because
fucking
God is
Pasadena?
good.
Why? Because this is an artificial world that we've constructed with our own imagination, and we're all just existing in it.
Pasadena is an artificial.
We're living.
world.
It is.
They have, that's like everything that
You
you
know-
see everywhere, but it's on one fucking street.
Who tripped me out the most about that is Brian. Brian said, dude, this is like the Truman Show. This isn't a real town.
God. Totally
And I'm
is,
like, why do you
man.
say that? He goes, why are there all these women homeless ladies? And I was like, Jesus Christ, why are there? Like, it's like they had a lot of homeless women, like players that they had to put in the game of our life. So let's just throw them in Pasadena. Nobody's going to Pasadena. We didn't know where to put these pieces
weird
in
city.
the giant mathematical algorithm that is the human existence. So what do you want to do with the extra homeless ladies?
Oh God.
Pasadena's not bad. I mean, if you want to,
They got all the old buildings from like 1900. You know,
Yeah.
give you a false sense of history.
Well, when you drive around, apparently, according to a friend of mine who lives there, it's like this is where like the Hollywood back in the glory days, in the 20s and 30s. This is when the producers would move out here, and they would start these grand estates because they were trying to get away from the actors. Because the actors, you know, back in the Fatty Arbuckle days, they were savages. They're breaking off bottles inside girls' assholes and shit. You know,
Ain't no party like a Fatty Arbuckle party.
I heard about the 40s, man. 40s
Fatty Arbuckle killed a girl by
be
breaking
fair,
off a
though,
bottle inside of her clam.
The bottles just
And
weren't the
that's
same.
and that's
back then.
yo, Joe, I gotta
Yeah,
say
they were weak ass
bottles.
That is
They
how
really know how to rock
badass
it.
they were
That's
in the
true.
20s. That to only find out about how dope his parties were, somebody had to get raped and murdered.
Yeah.
Like, just imagine how much worse shit
Well, who
was
knows?
going on.
Oh, that
you
wasn't
know what I mean?
accidental? They
Who
did
knows?
that on
No,
purpose.
who knows? Who knows what really happened? I mean, absolute idle speculation. The story is pretty. Obviously, he said it was an accident, and you know, he probably had a version of it. There's the truth, his version, and everybody else's, and whatever he was prosecuted on.
Did he go to jail?
But the idea was, yeah, I believe so.
No,
right?
he did go to jail, but it ruined his career because Fatty
Yeah.
Arbuckle was the biggest actor in the world. Like,
Yeah.
he had everything, and then that happened. It just tainted his career. 'Cause
Nobody
keep in mind-
wants you breaking off bottles inside people's loved ones.
unless you're
That's
Led
just-
Zeppelin.
No one wants to watch that.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right.
But there was that one time.
So that's where the producers would get away from those guys, and they would move out here and make these big estates. Like if you drive around, like there's parts of older Pasadena, it's amazing, man. Amazing houses and big ass lawns and shit, and these houses look like they're just had a Gone with the Wind. You know,
Even the Rose Bowl, like you come down to that valley.
Yeah.
It's just, there's a golf course there. Like this is paradise, right
Pasadena's beautiful.
A lot of
is
establishing shots.
And
in
about
Pasadena.
this club, this club's been around for a long fucking time, dude. But it was always like somewhat weird. You know, like I would do shows here before the podcast. We would do shows here in the past, and like Joey Diaz got mad once. Why are you bringing us down here, dog? These fucking people are idiots. I'm tired of this shit. Because it was back then, we were just getting regular crowds. You know, it wasn't we didn't get crowds that were coming specifically to see me or that knew me from the podcast.
Okay.
And so Joey was like fed up with the Ice House at one point. But then once we started doing podcasts here, every time we've had a show here, the people have been like super cool.
It was great.
They're awesome in there, dude. They're fucking awesome.
A lot of Death Squad people in there.
Yeah, they've been fun since the get-go. But, you know, I guess for the longest time, it's hard to get people to come out here on a regular basis because it's not in Hollywood, you know? If they want to do sets, if they want to come out here, they want to get fucking paid, you know? It's not like...
It's 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's like there's a weird thing with guys, you know? It's like you'll do a set at the Improv for free. But, you know, once you travel further than that, you're like, no, you got to pay me.
It's one of those things where, like, God, I'm going to lose 45 miles on my car right now. Man. You know, and if I break down tomorrow, I'll be like, fuck.
Wait, people are making money at stand-up comedy?
Wait a minute.
Fuck? Right?
Wait a minute, man.
In L.A.? That's no, I don't think
I'm just
so.
doing this stand-up
You guys
thing
don't
till
get
my
paid.
barista job takes off.
I thought you were going to be a sommelier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love wine. Oh, yeah.
Just something about your palate.
I do.
Leads me to believe.
I have such a good palate that I can't stand to throw up because I just taste it so good. I just can't overdrink anymore because I just experience that throw up at a different level. Yeah.
Is that a poulet foussé I just threw up?
God.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Between heaves, you have to take ginger just to.
Oh yeah, I'll smell coffee even.
It's amazing how much they can charge for a fucking bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shit can get like the thousands of dollars. You ever like been in a real fancy restaurant?
Oh, yeah, man.
And you look through their wine menu and you're like, what? Come
Like,
on,
right,
man.
man.
Come on.
That one
$800.
bottle at the very
Yeah.
bottom of the list, it's like 2G. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, for wine?
And then you got to
I mean, how
pay.
much-
All to impress a girl.
How much better could it really be?
Yeah.
You know?
I do the same thing though with just like like liquor and beers, where it's like at restaurants and bars, it's so much more expensive than it is to actually buy it.
Sure.
I'm like, I have a bottle of that in my trunk of my car. I'm just gonna go in the fucking parking lot.
It's
and
been
drink
going
it.
through weather waves.
That's called being a brokester.
Yeah.
Brokester.
That's
I'll
not
just drink
the
from my
fault
flask.
of these people that are trying to have an establishment and pay rent. You know, and so they got to charge a little extra because they provided you a nice ambiance for you to sit around and drink.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you come in with a flask.
I'm the DD. Just give me a
still
soda.
get a
glug,
beer or
glug,
something.
glug.
Dude, I've seen
socialists.
I've seen big ass comics at like the Improv at some of the big comedy clubs, just in the back, just fucking like they order a Diet Coke and they're fucking just pouring whatever they got in there, man. These are people that I thought were successful, and I'm like, yeah,
And they bring
like,
their own booze.
Yeah,
come on.
I know it's hard to believe.
I don't buy that.
Well, and they bring their own Coke.
Only idiots.
Oh!
Only idiots
What
bring
are
their
you
own
saying?
liquor.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you would if the place if you were broke. But why would you do that if you had money?
Dude, Bust-
and especially a comedy club, you would think you would want to support the club that's put you in place.
I don't think anybody.
You know?
I mean,
even when I get free drinks, I always like leave a big tip.
So do
just
I.
think you have to support.
So do I.
Yeah, but that's because you're cool. I mean, you used to pay people $100 to watch your car back in the day when you came in.
Well, as I wanted to get the car watched, I knew that people needed money. I'm like, this is an easy solution. There's too many crazy people back here. I had this ridiculous car that I had built on a television show. It was worth like $500,000 or something stupid.
Got Fat James sitting there.
What was it? A DeLorean? What the
No,
fuck?
it's a handmade Barracuda.
What is that?
It's a
Sponsored by Hart.
1970 Plymouth, and they built it for this show called Rides, where they just built it from the ground up. It took like almost a year. It took 9 months to build this thing.
Was that
Hemi,
Was it
all that
purple?
shit?
Yeah,
Purple?
yeah. No, it was silver.
Silver,
It was
okay.
silver. It was a beautiful piece of, but it was a prison. I was scared to park it anywhere. I couldn't bring it anywhere because it was worth so much money. It was so beautiful and valuable and rare. It just was. It would fuck with my head anytime I would leave it somewhere. So I would bring it to the Comedy Store and just hire one of the local guys to watch it for $100.
That
Very
was great.
sweet of you.
Well, everybody needs money, man.
Did
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
run-ins
No,
with
exactly.
Boone? Was Boone back when you were fucking at
Who?
Boone Shakalaka?
Boone Shakalaka.
He was always kind to me. Never gave me any grief.
But he was back when you first started the store?
Yeah, I was there. He was there. He's been there for a long time.
Did he look younger? I mean, 'cause he's like
Yeah.
ageless.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we all looked a little younger, but he wasn't. Didn't give me any hard time. I understand that some people have problems with him now.
I love him.
Did you
He
ever
looks at tranny porn right on the patio, and that's real.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. man.
Have a good
Tranny
day.
porn doesn't fucking find you.
I got the greatest book ever from Boone, man. He got me. I think he stole it out of Don Barris's car because it was signed. It was a book by this guy that writes for Esquire and has all these stories about Hollywood. It has Fighty Arbuckle story. It has John Holmes story. The Rob Lowe story, just written by this guy from Esquire. And then the inside it said, to Don. No. It was made out to Jimmy Kimmel and Sarah Silverman. It was like blah blah blah.
And you stole it.
I didn't steal it. I bought it for
You need
$1.
to give that shit back to Jimmy Kimmel, you motherfucker.
Nah,
Don Barris stole it from
Man,
Jimmy
seriously.
Kimmel. Boom Shakalaka stole it from Don Barris. You have stolen goods.
I do have stolen goods.
You
but
need to
it's
give that shit up.
busted. I don't even know where
Jimmy
it is
Kimmel
anymore.
is a really nice guy,
dude.
man.
I think I've moved 7 times since I
You
got that
have
book.
stolen goods. You lost it. Why did you hang
Well,
on to it for so
I
long
gotta
without
say, I
giving it
gotta
back
say
to
this.
Jimmy?
I have much more stolen goods than that. My ex-girlfriend was one of the biggest kleptomaniacs I ever met, and she used to steal from every place in the mall.
I had an ex-girlfriend who got arrested.
Stealing?
Yeah, she went klepto when she was young. It was a real weird thing. She had a big rebellious thing going on at the time. Like she was like becoming a teenager and shit. Late teens, like 15, 16, and she grew up single mom with a single mom and no father figure at all. There was nobody there. And every now and then, like there was, like some new stepdad type character that would last for like a little while.
You just
come in, molest
So
her?
she was just wild.
Shut up while the Royals are playing.
She's unfortunate. It's like a fucked up way to live your life. And it's a fucked up way to grow up. Being a single girl with a single mom, and your mom's not happy, and she's overweight and bummed out at life, and you're just out rebelling, and you got no dad. Where's your love coming from? And so she starts stealing clothes.
Clothes specifically.
My ex was
Yeah,
good
well, she
at it,
wanted
man.
close. She wanted pretty clothes, and she couldn't afford them. She
get
was
shit
a
for
pretty
you?
girl.
So stuff
No,
that she
maybe.
could use. Sometimes
Dude,
people steal
she might
stuff they
give
She
can't
used to
use.
get me new shirts, 2 leather jackets, new jeans. It was funny, Joe, because I'd be like, baby, if you can go out, be careful, man. But remember,
Here's
I'm
a list.
size small, okay? I'm a size small, 32 waist, please.
We're out of paper towels.
No, she was really embarrassed when she got caught. Like she and I talked about it. She was surprisingly candid. She's like, I fucked up. I thought I could get away with it. It was so stupid. She's like, I feel like such an idiot. She was like, totally owned it. She was a smart girl.
Were you with her?
No, I was not.
They get addicted to it, man.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what my ex used to say.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I get high when
Yeah.
I'm in that room cutting the things off. So she bought these big ass clippers. She was slick. Like she'd grab a big jacket and she'd put the shit she wanted to seal inside the jacket, go into the changing room, clip it out. For the listeners at home, don't do this.
Yeah, don't do it.
But she would just put it in a bag and she was a good looking girl. She was like a 10. So she would nobody would look at her like to think that she was even stealing. She walked right out, man. Dude, every present we gave both of our families for Christmas, the 3 years we were together, was all hot goods. And,
Goodness.
That's
which
crazy.
was great. Yeah.
I don't know if she ever gave me anything stolen. I'm trying to remember the timeline, but when you remember your timeline back from you're like 15, 16 years old, it's completely
No, but that's
distorted.
normal.
Elephant tusks,
That's normal
Hope
for
Diamond.
a 15-year-old girl, man. 15-year-old girls steal makeup. They steal CDs.
I stole
I
candy.
used to steal shit.
I stole candy and I got caught. I got caught when I was really young. Like it was preteens.
Yeah.
Somewhere preteens. It might have been like 12 or something like that. It might have been 13. Might have been. But I got caught. I tried to steal a candy bar or something stupid. I just, when you have too much of no supervision,
Sure.
especially when you're getting into the 12s and 13s, you start thinking you know shit and thinking you're clever. Thinking, I don't have to pay for this candy bar, and I fucking stuffed it in my pants or something like that. And the guy grabbed me by the arm and took me downstairs to this office.
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
I just owned it. I'm like, I'm a fucking loser.
Did they call the cops?
I completely owned it. No, he didn't call the cops.
See, they
I was
usually
real
don't, yeah.
polite. I was real polite, and I just said, I'm a fucking idiot. I thought I could get away with it. No, it was true. I'd gotten away with it a couple times. That's what it was. So I got cocky. I think I'd stolen like a couple of candy bars.
Sure.
So I was thinking,
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for these fucking. Look how big these stores are. You think they care if I steal their candy? You know what I mean? Start thinking like that.
I was 18 years old and I worked for Hollywood Video, and I really wish DVDs were out then because I stole so many VHS tapes of every movie. I have the greatest VHS collection of all time.
Well, you can go to those places that you see on the when they put those little signs up. Transfer your VHS to DVD.
It's all in bundle.
That costs you $5,000.
It was
bunch of VHS
not only that, it
cassettes.
would look so bad, like the grainy viewing of it. It's like, it's fucking. Try to watch Vision Quest.
All the convenience of DVD, none of the positives.
visual.
I really need this copy of RoboCop converted, please.
Is that your best VHS title currently? What's your best?
I think the best one I had was the Bruce Lee story. I think I watched that one over and over again because it was just this documentary. I used to be obsessed with Bruce Lee, man, and so I bought.
There's a lot of shit they never converted.
They're starting to convert everything now. I mean, they have to now because if not, it's like it's a
gonna
dead
be
medium.
lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a dead medium. It's just like that's why.
Isn't that
every
amazing that came and went in our lifetime like that? That's
12
really
12
something
years.
to consider.
Well, look at
It's
CDs.
really something to consider.
They're gone
How about
too.
cassettes? Cassettes were gone before that. How about the 8-track? Boom, 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 boom. We've come up with different standards, and the ones that we've left behind are just useless. It's happened in our lifetime.
I have a Sony MiniDisc player.
Oh,
Really?
that was
That was the best one. Yeah.
Sony
record
MiniDisc.
cassettes.
Yeah.
I think it was Vince Morris showed me how to do that. He was in Ohio. He was working at the Columbus Funny Bone, and he had this mini disc player that he would put in his pocket, and he had like a microphone, like a lapel microphone that he put like on his belt or some shit. So he would get his set like right from there onto his little mini disc player, and then he would listen to it afterwards. And I was like, that is fucking brilliant.
And now you're like, what is that big ass fucking
Stupid
record player on your fucking thing? You
But
remember
it was
Laserdisc?
the mini disc was a good format. It just didn't take off.
So you had to you couldn't just like download things. You had to hit record, and like if you wanted to record off of your computer, you literally had to hit play and record.
Yes.
To put shit. It was like a cassette basically.
It was close to a cassette.
Yeah.
It was like
but
a little recordable,
but it was
tiny
a disc
CD.
rather than a fucking tape.
Yeah. It was good for recording sets. I had one installed at the store. I had two things installed at the store. I had a DAT machine installed so you could have digital audio tape, which is like the highest quality shit that you could have for recordings. Like if you wanted to do a comedy CD, you could do one directly from the store. I just had it set up there. Nobody ever used it though, I don't think. And then I had another one that was a mini disc player, and then I converted that to one that burned CDs after a while.
No, that still gets some use occasionally.
The DAT player?
Because people know that they have it, so they'll
Right.
be like, "Hey Jeff, you mind recording my set?"
Right.
And then he'll just kick them back a CD in a couple of weeks. you
Yeah,
know?
I paid for all that shit.
Nice
It was,
gift. Nice
back
gift.
when the store was indignant or
Right.
indigent.
Is there
when they were
another
broke.
Is there another possible medium? Isn't that weird to think about? Because when CDs and DVDs came out, people go, "There's no way they could get better than this."
It's going to go into the cloud.
Something's going to happen, man.
What's next?
Eventually, it's going to
be in the cloud.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's going to be tapped right into our brains.
Yeah, I think that has to go there because if you think about it, like there's all this cloud storage now. Like you can store your phone numbers in the cloud. Like you lose your iPhone, and then you just go get a new one, and boom, it uploads from the cloud. I mean, you don't even have to fucking have a computer turned on or anything. You can do that now.
It's all Skynet, dude.
Well, it's still digital.
Everything. It is right.
Yeah,
but I mean, when everything could be uploaded into the cloud, is it? I mean, it is digital.
the hell's the
But is
cloud?
there a medium? Is it? I mean,
Well, I know
it
it,
just,
like,
it's,
yeah,
maybe it's just
Apple.
going to be
Just a-
streaming from now on.
It's like a mother.
It's just a big. It's just a
computers.
big computer, man.
Yeah.
It's all it is. That's
It's just
everything.
a target for Anonymous.
Computers
That's
are
what it
just
is.
getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I have a friend,
Anonymous, fantastic.
John Little. I don't know if you're familiar with him. Funny guy, but he got a job in New York shredding old documents, scans them, shreds them, from hundreds of years ago. And I'm that kind of stuff freaks me out because they're all going digital.
Right.
But what if that master virus comes in 100 years from now? It's like you're gonna lose fucking years and years of history just because people have.
There's like a super battle to keep the viruses down. Like everyone's fighting each side.
Well,
We're gonna
that's-
get them, and we're gonna.
We've lost a huge amount of the knowledge of the past because of the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Back in the old days, people used to burn shit, and I don't know who was responsible for it, Christians or Muslims, or who was responsible for the burning of the Library of Alexandria. But they say that was all the great works of Egypt, all the brilliant minds that had constructed the pyramids and everything. They wrote everything down, and it was all burnt. So it was like,
so it's happened.
All the mystery behind.
So we don't know
pyramids.
We have no idea what the fuck was going on back then. It was just they barely pieced things together. Like when they talk about Cleopatra and Tutankhamun, and it's so much of it is just patchwork.
Yeah, we have no idea.
They're missing some awesome shit. Like how did they build that fucking stuff? Forget about it. Why did you paint your lips red?
Yeah. Couple whips.
Jews built it. My ancestors. It was
Why
a beautiful day.
They don't even know, man. They don't know. They have no idea who built it. They don't know how they built it. There's a lot of speculation whether or not they use cement. There's a lot of people that believe now that those stones were actually cast in limestone cement. There's a guy online who actually does it, shows how it's done, and shows how he proves in his eyes that this is why he can prove that the same stones were done this way in Egypt, because when you cut through them, this is not the normal composition of limestone. There's much more. Yeah, there's much more of whatever's different in it because of him putting it together. Like the inside of it reeks of, in his eyes, the same chemical properties that are needed to make like a concrete out of limestone. So he's like, that makes sense why these stones were perfectly cut. They weren't. They were cast.
Yeah,
which
just
is
a mold.
much easier.
Yeah, just do a huge pour, let them sit in the sun in the desert and bake.
Well, if you think they were smart enough to figure out how to build something as amazing and elaborate as a pyramid, you would think they're smart enough to figure out concrete.
Yeah.
Concrete would be way easier to pour blocks exactly the same size over and over again than it would be to cut them. And like with fucking what? They had copper tools.
Cut them and then haul them.
Yeah.
Miles and
it's
miles.
also, it solves the whole riddle of how do you cut them, because we know that they would have had an issue of figuring out how to cut stone back then, because they didn't have much. They didn't have like the type of metal that we have today. They didn't have diamond drills. They didn't have, there's all sorts of things that we can do today that they can't do. So there's a lot of shit that's left around that it's really baffling to scientists. One of the biggest, most baffling things about Egypt isn't even the pyramids. It's their vases, their stone vases. They have these amazing vases that are all cut out of one piece of stone. And the lip is like very narrow and thin. And it's like, it goes around perfect and smooth. And then you go in and it becomes this big bulbous vase inside. They have no idea how they cut that out. No one knows how to do that today. It's one solid piece of rock. They don't have equipment today to go in and make this kind of a vase. And it looks innocent because it looks like pottery. But when you realize it was actually cut out of one piece of rock, you go, wait a minute, what the fuck was going on over there? They don't know. They don't know what was going on. But they had some insane technology. When it came to manipulating stone, they had amazing technology. For sure, there's giant rocks that are in the king's chamber. That for sure were cut and moved, 100%. They know what quarry they came from. Like you can there's chunks that are so massive. They're like fucking 80 tons or something crazy like that. Which is, what is that? 160,000 pounds. Jesus, man.
It's crazy.
Just line up some trees.
They
and pull
knew
them
some
along.
shit, man. They knew some shit. We don't know what the fuck they knew, but they knew some shit. They knew how to make a vase that we can't make today, and that's legit. You know, when you look that up, that's mind-blowing, and that's something that just slips right by the public consciousness because it's not that big a deal. It's not a hovercraft. You know, it's not a UFO. It's not a time machine. It's just a vase. But that vase is a motherfucker.
That no one can explain how it exists.
That vase is a vase you can't make today.
That guy that cast all them rocks, didn't he? He showed how you could stack them on top of each other without using.
That was another guy. There was another guy that had really big, heavy rocks and showed how you could use a pulley system to manipulate. Look,
for Stonehenge, right?
No one is saying that it's impossible to make the pyramids. They obviously made them. Somebody made it. It's there. You know, if they were smart enough to figure out how to make that, they'd be smart enough to figure out how to move rocks. There's a mathematical calculation that's required to make it all line up perfectly at the top. You know, when you essentially can't make any mistakes along the way because when you get to the top, they're compounded. There's 2,300,000 stones, and as they go higher and higher and higher, the more, you know, if you have a little quarter-inch gap where you fucked up on the bottom,
it turns into
8
feet.
It's all jacked left, right, but no, this shit is just dead on.
I
Boom.
can't even center a Photoshop.
Boom. And it's perfectly aligned to the true north, south, east, and west, or what would have been the true north, south, east, and west of like 10,000 BC or something.
Can't get a picture on the wall straight.
I can't do shit, man.
It's all skewed.
It's amazing.
Even with a
It's amazing.
tape measure.
Can you imagine if it was a flop though? If there's like this big fucking thing that doesn't line up,
Those.
and they're
They
like,
have those. No,
really?
they have those. Yeah, there's failures.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, there's thousands of pyramids, man, and there's some of them that they might have been like trying to build me this, and some king comes by and fucks with all these people, and they don't really have the knowledge, so they build a shitty version of it. But there's a lot of like fucked up, soggy pyramids.
Central America's got some.
They have a lot too. The Mayan pyramids, though,
They're gnarly.
they're intense. They had some intense pyramids. That's what's really curious that you said that because not nearly as many failures in the Mayan temple world. They built some incredible shit. They didn't. It seems like the Mayans were all on the same page when it came to like the construction of Chichen Itza and Tulum, and they're all like maybe not the same size, but equally impressive in the way they're designed and how they incorporate constellations and that stuff.
They line up their clock.
Oh, dude.
Pyramid slash.
Where
time.
is it that they have the pyramid that during a certain point of the year it lines the shadow up with the back of a dragon down to its head?
It's a snake. Yeah, snake.
Or,
That's Chichen Itza. It goes uphill as the sun is setting or some shit. It's going through a certain time of the day, like during the summer solstice or something like that. This shadowy snake appears on
and
the
it
side
ends
of the stairs.
and they made a big stone head for the snake, but the shadow lines up perfectly.
And if
Still
they didn't leave behind detailed studies of astrology and astronomy and constellations and detailed maps of lunar eclipses that would occur like in 1,000 years, they had all this shit so we know that they were paying attention. So it wasn't like a coincidence that all this stuff lined up, that these portals would line up in the sun on the longest day of the year. The sun would like directly be in this spot where it would cut through this this portal that they had designed for, and it would shine light in one particular area. They had a lot of like really crafty shit that they did.
That's a good point because you never heard of a famous.
I got 5 minutes.
You never heard of a famous astronomer. There hasn't
Carl
been
Sagan, powerful, boom, shot you down.
All right, so one.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Give me the Dwayne Wade.
2.
And then that
Richard Dawkins. 3.
What's the Asian guy's name? I just can never
Michio
pronounce.
Kaku. 4. What are you talking about?
We go all
allegedly famous astronomers.
Well, he's not really an astronomer. He's a particle physicist.
Yeah.
Galileo.
But they deal with
Boom, Galileo. There's another one, bitch. You got to take it back. It doesn't work.
No, but that was the point I was getting
They're not
to.
famous enough. I know.
They were like, that was like your big celebrity. And, went back then, it was like, I can read the stars. So this guy's getting pussy everywhere.
Dude, if you were Socrates, you'd get this roadhead constantly, man.
By boys. How about them apples?
Didn't Galileo
anybody
get
quote
put on?
Socrates?
Drink some of this hemlock real quick. All right, don't tell anybody.
Galileo, didn't he
won't
get
tell
put on
anybody,
house arrest by the Catholic Church?
Yeah,
the last
because
7
he
years
tried
ago?
to claim that the universe wasn't
Around
that
the
the
Earth.
that the Earth was the center of the universe and everything else was around us.
They made him say publicly that I was just kidding, and then they put him on house arrest for the rest of his life.
JK,
That's how
y'all.
powerful the church was.
The first
He's like, it goes
machine.
around the sun, and they were like, no, we're gonna kill you if you don't come out in public and go, hey.
But now if you ask the average person, they'll be like, oh, I guess, I don't know. I feel like 20 years ago that shit was like on our brains, but now it's like so far removed where it's like
People don't give a shit about that stuff no more.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like a grace period.
I feel like there's like
a hot
people who are
moment.
raising children right now. They were taught very relaxed, and now they're in charge of teaching. So now they're even more relaxed.
Oh, yeah.
And so like these things where it's like you see that like people are learning that the Titanic wasn't just a movie and shit like that. Where it's like, oh, it's because like that shit was so drilled into our heads that we're not drilling it because it's like, oh, it's common knowledge. My baby should know that. And then
That's a good point.
now they fucking don't know. Was that
Wrap it up.
that was
No, that's the cigarette. You can now smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
I thought that was the
There's nothing better than a Marlboro Light in my mouth, in my mouth. Want to smoke about? Give me cancer, and my teeth are yellow.
I thought that was the J.G. Wentworth song.
They didn't
We
switch.
have a structured settlement and you need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth.
We're sponsored by them.
You shouldn't do that for free. You can
Yeah, I'm not, dude. Fuck J.G. Wentworth.
So this guy outside gave me one of these.
Oh, Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express. It's one of those cross joints.
What's the wildest shit?
And he said I put wax all over it and keef inside. I hope it burrs well.
I'm out.
You're out.
Can I ask you a question, Redban?
But here's his YouTube page, real quick. Let's just see. He
Oh, this
makes
guy's
cartoons for a living.
This guy's a fucking salesman.
So yeah,
Smart.
so this is the way
Smart.
to do it, I guess. You know, you give me a cross joint, and then here's
Oh man, being a massage therapist is going to be so awesome. I'm going to get to rub up on all sorts of sexy ladies out here in Los Angeles. Oh, someone's at the door.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Right this way, sir.
Make yourself comfortable, sir.
Sounds good. I'll see you there.
You're
That's
getting
my
me a
body.
towel for that. All right, let's get started. First massage.
Oh,
I'm gonna throw up. This is such a nightmare. This guy smells so bad. This fucking feels like a tongue. What the hell is this wrong with his back? It's so gross and slimy. Oh, whatever. Maybe I can focus on like getting better with my hands or something.
that's not Randy for the
Hey,
audio.
can you stop making noises like that, man?
Huh? What? Why don't you try and get my lower back upper thigh region?
Please tell me you're not talking about your butt right now.
Oh, yeah. Rub my butt.
No. I'm just gonna work on your back.
Huh? What? Aren't you gonna get my front? I'm a little tense in my dick region.
I'm not doing that. Get out of here.
This place doesn't have happy endings? This is the worst massage ever. I want my money back!
No way, dude. You spent that money on my dignity.
Ah, what kind of massage is this when I can't even put my dick in it?
What kind of massage parlor no happy endings? I'm leaving.
he just left ass naked.
Well, so go check it out. His YouTube page is JAE55555.
He tried.
What's the
So
wildest
five
shit?
fives. It's 5 5s.
Redban, what's the wildest
That's
shit
a
somebody's
harder-
gave you? Like a Death Squad fan. What's the wildest shit you've gotten?
Probably this guy named the Post-Apoc, who he sent me a package once that, hold on, I'll show you. He always sends his website, he makes a bunch of shit kind of like the old school style, like where like, you know, you make weapons out of like steampunk kind of shit, you know, kind of like with the movie video game Fallout. He sent me this package once. This is the first package he ever sent me, and I had no idea what it was, and it scared me because I thought it was a bomb or something like that.
So I got some random mail today from a listener of the podcast or follower of Twitter or something. And I watched Forensic Files last night, and it was about a mysterious package that showed up, and now I'm really paranoid to open it. And so I got halfway through, and I decided to film my demise, because it came in a corn dog box. And then
I mean, imagine
it's a really
getting this.
scary
That looks creepy as
box
shit. Yeah.
that actually really reminds me.
Beaded necklace on it.
So I
don't know
got
what just
some
happened there.
random mail.
What happened there?
That Forensic Files. It says the postapoc.com. Scary.
Be a dildo.
And
Oh my god, this is freaking me
I'm kind
out.
of scared to open this. So if I blow up and die,
Yeah, that's exactly what everyone says. Don't open a package.
I don't know what to do.
I was freaking out for real. Like I was. They look like you open it up and look at that.
Metal in there.
It's like a piece of metal. Like imagine looking at seeing this plastic thing and the first thing you see is this. Look at this little piece of metal.
There's something metal in there.
Oh god.
Alright, this is really fucking scary.
And guys at home, don't just start
That's a
sending Brian
tripwire.
shit like that.
Why'd you even say that? Like I seriously turned off the camera and I was like, okay, do I do this? Do I continue doing this?
How long was that? Like 2-3 minutes?
About 2 cigarettes.
Alright, I
About.
had to take a
Oh,
couple
shit.
minutes just to relax.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
Oh, that's an old Lego carrier.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that is that one of those lighters for the barbecue? You put something flammable.
That's hilarious. That's great.
And so the first thing was a piece of paper, and it just said like the post-apoc of it. And then
post-apoc.
it was a pipe made out of
Wow, that's actually really, really cool.
pipe made out of like an old copper faucet or something
Check
like that.
that out.
Which is probably the worst thing ever to smoke.
Oh
out of.
god, you get lockjaw from that shit, dude.
I never smoked out of it.
Oh,
I used
I
it
like
to,
how there's blood
on his business card. There was blood on his card even, so it was like, oh, thanks, man.
Looks like it's just a really
But ever since then, that he's hooked me up with a lot of weapons. He sends me weapons all the time.
Oh, sounds not creepy anymore.
Yeah.
Sounds like a cool guy now.
he also sends me suitcase bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calls me from
I'm
a
surprised you
protected
opened
number.
it. I would be way
There's
too
gotta be
nervous.
something weirder you've gotten, man. There's gotta
Well,
be-
I mean, I've had like that red itchy thing on my penis from that person. I've had that green shit that comes out of your asshole.
What's really weird though, that guy's
call that
probably just
Tuesday.
really eclectic.
Yeah, he's cool, man. I like
He
that
put
guy.
it
He actually made he did a recently. He bought what's that shit, Teflon, the shit that you know that stops bullets.
Chevron with Teflon.
And he found out that you can buy it instead of buying like a chest protector or whatever, a Teflon chest, whatever armor. You could just buy strips of it. So he bought a bunch of it, and then he made a mask out of it, and he shot it with a bunch of different weapons.
While it was on his face?
No, not on his face, but like he just made it using a bunch of different Teflon that he bought off like eBay or something like that. And so
he weighs it at the supermarket, which is weird as shit.
yeah, he weighed it to see how much it weighed, and then he pretty much just shot it with a bunch of weapons.
He has all that shit, and he doesn't have his own scale.
Yeah, look, and the bullets. It actually worked on most of the. He even used hollow points.
Oh, I see juice. I see juice.
The 380 just glanced right off the edge of the mask. It frayed the Kevlar a little bit, didn't penetrate it, so we're going to try and hit it a little bit more square.
Did I say Teflon?
But it did glance off the bottom edge of the mask and damage
What'd you
our,
say, Teflon?
watermelon
Yeah,
a
I said
little bit.
Teflon
It's
originally.
Kevlar.
Kevlar.
You're a hollow point now.
All right, hollow point.
Switching to hollow point.
Yeah, but he does a lot of guns in this. I'm skipping past a lot of this.
It's just surprising he has that many guns. Where's he from?
No, that's
Like,
not surprising.
That's
That's
I
south,
glanced it off the edge of the eye hole with the hollow point.
So we're going to do it again.
Josh,
I don't
come
know.
to
I'm
my
gonna try and hit it a little bit
hometown
more
and
square. I think
we'll
it
show
can
you
do
some
okay.
guns.
I'd love to, man.
So now he's doing it from the
You
side.
don't mess with Texas.
They proved it. This guy's probably from Texas.
Wow.
That'd be
Some
I'd bet money on
John
it.
F. Kennedy action going on there.
It's kind of a Texas
only
accent.
he had
Slight,
that.
you know.
and it's a really poor reference. That's a sensitive subject.
That actually leads you to believe baby's from Dallas.
Destroyed the
A JFK reference.
Concussion that broke
If I remember,
it.
he's from I think Oklahoma.
That's what I said. That is what I said, listeners.
Yeah, but look, the bullet didn't go through it. That was
It
actually.
did not penetrate. The 9mm did not penetrate the mask. The
But
But it
concussion broke
exploded the
watermelon.
face.
Yeah, the pressure of it.
Yeah.
Very. This is where the first 9mm round hit. Again, it didn't penetrate completely.
Damn, look at that thing.
We're gonna
Yeah.
try and dig
But
the
look what
rounds out.
does penetrate it. This-
You'll have a gnarly black eye.
Hold on, what's the?
Bullet. I want the bullet.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
All right.
Jesus, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, what was that? What gun was that? One gun just.
It penetrated.
Is that like a desert eagle or something?
But is there something
The
to be said
9mm
about the
ball did
progression to the
penetrate.
point like its structural integrity has been compromised after
45 hollow
14?
point.
Like how many bullets does it take? Does he have a new mask for each shot?
No. Oh, look at that.
I think I'm being too critical.
Yeah, you need to just enjoy the ride. Dude. You're like,
I'm using a scientific brain on
You're
that.
the guy watching Face Off. Like, how could that guy take his face off?
He probably could have
There's some
saved
plot holes in this movie, Face Off. I'm not gonna lie.
Could have saved some time putting those straps on that mask. I
Yeah,
don't think he's
right.
gonna actually fucking wear that thing around.
That would be
2 weeks to put the straps on. Oh fuck.
Yeah, but in most occurrences, like if you were like say robbing a bank, I suppose that would probably be beneficial to have that.
Do you
I guess.
remember the North Hollywood
Everyone.
Bank of America fucking robbery?
Laurel Canyon.
I love watching that goddamn video.
This
man.
this is the best. This technology, like this guy is filming his increase to the point where he robs the bank with all his shit on.
Yeah.
And they'll go, look, we've had this guy for 7 years on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Right.
It would make a fantastic documentary.
He'd probably get caught because he'd hang around to talk about how cool his mask was. He's just in the parking lot. Didn't penetrate. Check it out.
They haven't killed me yet. I'm
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Pretty crazy though.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go rob a bank. So
No.
Jeez.
By
You
the
gotta
way,
get that mask.
robbing banks never works.
I'd rob a bank.
No, it's, hey, the
Randy.
Geezer Bandit.
Randy, you would be
Geezer
the
Bandit.
greatest bank robber, the most like delicate bank robber with the best riffs.
Yeah, I would do it, man. Also, like I blend in real well. They're not gonna be able to spot me in a lineup.
It's like quick
big
change.
fucking red beard.
You guys know about the Geezer Bandit, right?
No.
Guy with the mask?
Oh yeah,
What up,
he
Brody?
may actually be old, but he acts old, and he's like 15 or 16 banks deep, and he still has them in caught.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
That's way better than just taking Cialis and just rubbing one out. You know?
That's like Jesse James stats right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Check, 2.
But how much money do you get out of
Locked
a
in.
bank these days? Not a lot, right?
I would say a couple thousand.
Yeah,
At
a few
least
thousand.
$10,000, I'd guess.
Hey,
They
one of
just
the
don't have it
stories that they
around.
reported from when it was a Southern California thing too. That's
Sure.
what, he just hangs out near. He only robs banks near interstates for a quick escape, and it appears
like
that
the
he's
Black
wearing,
Wizard.
No,
yeah,
like-
it appears he's wearing like an old person suit, but they don't know for sure whether or not he's old. But one of them, one of the news stories was like $40,000 or $50,000 in one go.
Brody, let me ask you a question.
What's an old
Is
person
that
suit?
what you just said?
Diapers? What? Go ahead, Josh.
What you just reminded me of, so like going by the interstate, was why the Night Stalker it took so long to catch Night Stalker. Were you here? You lived here when the Night Stalker was going on, right?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. It was a very scary time. I stayed off the interstate. I was a kid. No, I remember that. That was in the late 70s. Richard
Sure.
Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez.
Columbus, Ohio had the shooter. I don't know if you guys knew about it in California, where it was a guy that just went on the highway and with a sniper rifle and started shooting people in cars. And they finally caught him, and he had drilled a hole out the back of his trunk,
Yeah, I
and he just
remember that.
parked
Leroy
on the side.
Malvoy.
Yeah.
Leroy
Malvo.
Malvoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DC.
Was a guy and his
DC
son.
sniper, yeah.
Guy and his son, right?
So I
No,
live,
it's not his son. Just
I'm
some
living
kid
in
he manipulated.
Muhammad,
into,
yeah.
Really?
I'm living in Baltimore at the time. My dad and mom lived in Germantown, Maryland, right outside of DC. My dad worked in the area of like Aspen Hill. I get a phone call one morning saying, "What's your dad's full name?" And I'm like, "It's Albert David Meyers." He's like, "Oh, thank God," because a guy named David Meyers was just killed at the Aspen Hill area. But I was like, shit, that's where my dad works. And then I had to call, dude, people, when you saw them, like there were videos of people pumping gas during that time, because that's when he was shooting people. People were like, they'd put the gas in and then they'd run to their car, or they'd just be like constantly moving. Dude, he killed like, I might be wrong, and so don't quote me, but I think like 12 or 13 people.
In the teens, yeah. But you know he killed all those people as a cover-up to kill his ex-wife.
Did he really?
He did that. It was a mask to distract from the fact he was going to kill.
I think we're all wearing masks here.
No,
guys.
he was going to kill all the people and then kill his ex-wife, and they would think,
That's interesting.
There's no way that this guy killed his ex-wife because all these other people died.
If there's a sniper out there, can someone please kill my ex-girlfriend?
Whoa.
Wait,
That was awesome!
That happened on Twitter with me.
You can't even show tits. You can't show tits on YouTube.
Not my last ex-girlfriend.
Let's stop that.
The
Positive
fifth
energy.
one prior.
Positive energy.
The fifth one prior. I think she owes me money.
That, by the way, was Josh Adam Meyers.
I didn't mean it. It's jokes. I'm a
Hypothetically,
comic.
could you murder my girlfriend?
Hypothetically, actually, I'd rather have you guys do this. Don't kill her. Just take a piece of your fecal matter and smear it underneath her door handle on her car.
Oh, that's a classic.
So when she
It's a great
goes to
prank.
open up the V-dub, doo-doo fingers.
No,
Is
just
it a
did
Volkswagen,
it.
That's almost an even taller task.
How is that a taller task?
Take your shit and then sneak up and smear it. You can just like shoot a gun.
Well, let me
and
ask you
hide
guys
it.
this question:
Yeah.
like, how many of you guys, when you were younger, used to like destroy neighborhoods? Like, you guys used to go
Oh, yeah.
out and
Oh, yeah.
TP,
Just
egg
TP.
homes. You never did mailbox baseball?
No, I hated that because it made my dad sad. So I was like, oh, my poor dad has to buy a new mailbox.
Would you want to hear?
You're not doing it to your own dad's house.
I know, but but I remember
like karma?
seeing
But he knows the
the
feeling.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing what my dad did to my dad, and because to him his mailbox was like, oh, I spent a lot of time making that mailbox.
Yeah. I pooped in a bucket one time.
Yeah, I did some bad stuff. We did mailbox baseball. I hit about 270. I hit bombs.
we used to like knock on somebody's door, and then when they'd open the door, we'd have like a, what is it called, prototype, and we'd have a friend standing maybe like 20 feet like away from the door, and we'd light a bottle rocket, and when they opened the door, we'd fire the bottle rocket into the house.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, we were pretty bad.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Me and my Japanese friend used to play candy slingshot, where we would have pillow fights in his room, and then open the window, and then take candy because he had all that Japanese candy, and like use our slingshots and shoot the people across the street, like their house. And so, like when they came out of the car or when they went outside.
And you said you only TP'd. Instead,
Well,
you were the
you just took it to another level.
If you got hit by
sniper.
if you got hit by candy from across, you'd be like, oh, you just
You'd have
threw
no
candy.
idea.
What
Wow,
the fuck?
it's like somebody just fired a delicious treat at me.
We were gonna go TP a house, and then like a friend of mine, we were camping out like in their backyard, and then their parents we're like, what are we gonna do? And they're like, as a joke, they're like, I don't know, be kids, go TP someone's house, and we were like pretty young, and we're like, okay, we don't know how to do that, and like we didn't know you were supposed to TP like friends' houses, we didn't know, and we like got one roll of toilet paper, but we were also like, let's make this like potion or whatever to like dump on someone's yard, and they talked me into pooping into this bucket, like for reals, and I was like, okay, and it was like, you know, what household items in a bucket, and Randy and my poop, Randy poop. And then we went out and like took one roll of toilet paper and put it on a bush, and we forgot about this potion, and then the next day, like whatever, I went home, and then the next time I came over to like play, I was in elementary school, so I was like, can Peter and Brandon play? And it was like their parents, and they're like, hey Randy, we found your poop. And I was like,
bucket of feces.
How'd they know it was yours?
Because the fucking kids ratted me out, and they're like, what the hell is this? They're like, oh, Randy, it's Randy's poop. And
was it red?
No, but it was a bucket of lots of really super gross stuff. So I was worried that they thought the whole thing was my poop. So I was like, whoa, you know, the whole giant sand bucket of poop. And the parents made me dig a hole and bury it right in front of them. It was so humiliating. It was like you're
never shit in a bucket again.
Yeah,
they begged you to shit in a bucket, and then they just sold you out instantly.
Yeah, and then those kids live in San Diego now, and I went and did a show there, and they were there. They came and saw the show, and I tried to tell that story, but it was just like really super embarrassing. And then from then on, these parents think that's the kid that comes over, and fucking we have to keep an eye on him.
You shit into a bucket. Okay.
Shit into a bucket outside.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
And they think you have an incredible capacity.
Yeah. They're like, it was weird. It smelled like Lysol and mayonnaise and ketchup and fucking.
It was 4 gallons worth.
I vandalized a dollhouse.
Really?
I mean, I threw rocks and broke windows and that kind of thing. Did people do that? Is that common?
It is common, yeah.
That's harmless. That's harmless.
In my neighborhood, when they used to build like new homes, because where I grew up, the neighborhood was always
this is
expanding.
good. Yeah,
so
yeah.
what
I know
Where'd you grow up?
We used to just go in
the half-finished houses,
in the
right?
half-finished houses, we'd destroy shit. We'd take a shit, and the toilet doesn't work, and I didn't do it, but I always had that one friend that wanted to involve feces and everything. It was always just like, let's just go and like we'll tag up the walls and we'll throw this brick through it. And he was like, yeah, and then I'll shit where the bedroom is. It's like right on the floor. I'm like, dude.
And you'll hold my hand and I'll jerk off.
Is this the joke where you describe someone else as yourself?
Yeah. I knew someone in my neighborhood that would do that.
I'm not a feces guy. I'm more of a break shit kind of guy.
Hold my hand as I jerk off.
I don't deserve
prank. It's a prank.
I don't think anyone deserves to have my shit anywhere near them, so I'm on the same page as you.
I'd drive a mile before I poop. I don't want to poop anywhere near my place.
Really?
No, that's true. That'd be weird, right?
I only poop in public toilets.
My toilet's just too clean.
Since I've gotten sober, man, I took all those painkillers. I was so blocked up for 5.5 months, and now that I'm sober, my stomach won't go back to normal. It's just I'm shitting like crazy, man. As soon as I eat, it's just it's this bad.
Why are you telling you?
It's going to take a while.
We're talking about poop.
You need here's what I did. I went to they had a sale on Activia. I bought.
Sorry, guys.
I bought all the Activia at the store.
It's Activia.
Activia, $140 on Activia, and didn't make me feel regular.
No, I actually I have a bit about this because this is true. I was a Costco member and they had tubs of Activia and they were on sale and I thought they were just regular yogurt. Like I didn't know that there was yogurt designed to help you poop. And I had I used to make yogurt smoothies every morning and like big ass 32-inch gulp smoothies all the time, and I was fucking diarrheaing for weeks and I couldn't figure out what the fuck it was. And then my girlfriend was like, why are you using Activia? And whatever.
Beaver fever.
You used Activia as your what is it?
as the yogurt, the base of yogurt smoothies.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Yeah. The challenge was not trying to shit myself.
How expensive? How expensive was it?
It was like a tub was like $7 or something like that, but it was a big tub. It was like a nice size Costco tub, and I think it was strawberry blueberry flavor or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, they got like 2 flavors.
It doesn't have shit in it. It just has a fucking.
Where's the bathroom, man? I need to.
Has a bug. It's a bug that it establishes a colony inside of you, and it helps you.
I'm like falling in love with you. I love listening to you talk.
You should see his chest hair.
Let me see it. Let's see your chest hair.
All right. Well, it's very thick. It's
You look like a Viking.
I'm very covered. I had a.
That was a black shirt under there. He started on. Oh, there it is.
I'm a hairy guy.
He's like a more intellectual John Huff.
I'm hairy like that.
No, but that's what it does. It's like you have to do it for a few weeks, and then these bugs will establish a colony in your intestine, and then because it basically. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it.
Are you talking about probiotics?
Yeah.
Activia?
Yeah, they have juices that do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, man.
Good belly. This thing called Good Belly.
Yeah, they advertise those pills as like 2 million bacteria on it.
Yeah.
They will get in your intestines and knock shit out.
But it's funny because Jamie Lee Curtis is all about it. She's like, I'll go on TV and talk about my shit.
One of our friends was in an Activia commercial. Christina Pajitsky.
Was she?
Yeah, Christina Pajitsky was in an Activia commercial.
I'll do it. I'll shit in a bucket.
No, Sarah Tiana
and what's his face?
Matt Nose.
And Matt Nose.
Yeah, that's who it was. It was Sarah Tiana.
And they had no idea they were both booked for it, and they showed up and they started eating yogurt, and then
Matt Nose.
Then he fingered her.
Yeah.
Is that the sign of the length of a podcast when it ends in several shit stories back to back to back?
No, man. Listen to my podcast. That's all it is shit stories back to back to back.
Please bring me on because I have many of them.
Yeah.
Especially recently.
Weren't you just on Joey Diaz's podcast?
I just did Joey Diaz's podcast. And
how was it?
It was beautiful, man, because we talked all about.
Did you get Felicia? Did you get her?
Shit.
Did you get a picture?
With Felicia, I've known Felicia for years, man. Like since I first got into comedy, she's one of the first people I met, and she's always been really sweet to me. And
did you ever fuck her?
I would love to.
No,
she told me she used to be a stripper.
She used to be in Playboy.
I can't believe
she
that.
was.
Yes. You've never seen Felicia in Playboy?
She was.
Who is Felicia, and why is there not a picture of her?
Felicia Michaels.
Put
I don't know who it is.
Screen. Find that, dude.
I don't know who that is.
The podcast.
I've only been in LA 5 weeks. I don't know Felicia, but
I don't know her either.
So glad you're
is she a naked lady?
Who said that?
Is she a naked lady?
She will be when Redban.
Yeah, if she's a naked lady, then yeah, of course she was in
Me and Josh are
Playboy.
becoming BFFs on the
Stars
background.
at night are big and
I didn't know
bright.
that. I mean, I think I've heard of that actually. Like at one point, she posed in Playboy as a comedian, though.
She's doing stand-up naked.
She did. I mean, she did a full shoot. Now, if this wasn't Ustream, I
is
would
she
go
eating there?
down. She's eating a chocolate-covered strawberry.
In the 80s?
It looks like a.
I'll go.
Is she from the 80s?
Looks like what we've been talking about.
I'll give you a little nip. I'll give you a
kinda
little.
looks like,
Can you make it so they can't see it, but
stuffed
we can
grape
see it?
I'll give you a
leaves.
little nip slip. Here's a little.
Why are her-
I gotta be.
You can-
careful.
That's too much!
Yeah, nice.
Randy!
It's too much. It's inappropriate.
What year is
make
this,
that
Brian?
happen?
Huh?
What year?
It was in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, her bangs are teased, so that's how you know it.
She's got the sexiest voice.
That looks like the very first naked
How does
lady
she
I
look
ever
now,
saw.
though?
I was in a
You just
Playboy.
great.
She looks great.
She looks great. She looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And she's got the most beautiful
She's
home.
got chocolate
And-
dripping down her
Can
chin.
I gotta tell this story though. So I pull up to her house. She lives out in the valley.
Can you give the address?
It's
17553 Olive
What year
Street,
was that?
Burbank.
I just don't want to make the same mistakes my parents.
Whoa.
Was that her stand-up?
Yeah.
So I pull up to the house, right, and I knock on a door. But as I'm about to knock on the door, I hear screaming. and she is fucking just screaming at Joey, and Joey's screaming at her. I had no idea it was Joey. I thought it was like she was married and it was her husband. She's like, "You're a fucking cocksucker. I'm sick of your shit for 2 fucking years." And then you hear this big voice like, "You're a fucking cocksucker." And then they answer the door and they're like, "Hi, come on in." And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Was it really uncomfortable?
Yeah, it was the most uncomfortable thing in the world. She goes, "Don't worry, we yell at each other like this all the time." She's like, "This is a long time coming." We even talk about that on the podcast. But
that lady's married to.
She's not married. No. She's. I think she's. I don't want to.
Single mom.
She's a single mom, but it was great, man. It was a great podcast because they asked me to talk about what's happened to me since everything happened that was in the accident.
Right.
And I talked about what happened before it. I don't really like talking about the actual accident, but I talked about what I went through the last 5.5 months, which was just horrible drug addiction. And so like what's crazy, and now it's like there's a silver lining to it that I'm sober and like I've gotten out of it and good things are happening, just in general, and I've accepted what happened with Angelo. And so and the crazy thing is that like I've gotten not a million, but I'm saying like at least like 100 people on Twitter that are just like, "I heard your story. It was so inspirational. I'm on painkillers. I can't get off. How did you do it?" And so I'm just sending out my email to these people and just helping them get through it. It's crazy,
nice,
man.
Yeah.
It's a really nice thing. It's just paying it forward, man. And I mean, it's crazy just to have Joey and her do like a inspirational podcast, but that's what it turned into. And they're getting people that are saying like their podcast changed people's lives. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man.
They can. These podcasts can.
They can.
Like my shit in a bucket story. I just got a tweet to me, guy doing the same thing, and I'm sorry. I apologize.
I thought I was the only one.
The guy's about to shit in a bucket, and he's like, "You know what? Never mind."
Even that, I wasn't willing to say it, but you
fucking love you, man. I love Randy.
You connected with me. I wasn't willing to admit it.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't even have a toilet. You only have a bucket.
Did you sit on the bucket?
No, that'd be cool though.
Did you go aerial?
No, no. I just.
That brings back the worst memories.
It was like a sandcastle bucket, a bigger one.
So you like stood over it?
Yeah. And then it was like I never shat in a place that I didn't have toilet paper, so then I had to like run and find toilet paper.
So you didn't sit and straddle it. You kind of just hovered
no, man.
over it.
I was just like in between 2 houses where like there's like rhubarb growing and like weeds.
Did they continue to cheer you on after they?
No, I think they weren't watching. I don't know. Bunch of
actually, the first house I moved into that I have recollection, like a first house. Moving in with my mom, she was a hard worker, but there wasn't a working toilet for the first 2 weeks. We actually had to shit in a bucket in the center closet and bury it outside. So when you said that earlier, I was like, I don't know if I want to say that, but now I do.
No, it's fine.
You made me open up.
Mine's
to the
more
world.
embarrassing because I did not have to shit in a bucket.
No, yours is more embarrassing. But
I shit on my neighbor's floor once when I was like in kindergarten. Like I was running. We were outside playing, and I ran into the house of the person that like watched because I was like in daycare, and like I ran downstairs into their basement where they had the bathroom, and as I pulled my pants down, the big log just came right out because I was like probably like 18.
Yeah,
that's a lot of
I was like 6 years old, and I shit on the floor, and I got so scared that I just ran out of the house and I just left it there. And it just so happened that Brad, one of the kids who lived at the house, was having a birthday party that night. And so he definitely got a present for me, and for the longest
Happy
time,
birthday,
the dad of the family that I loved so much, that watched me when I was a child, they always brought up that I shit on the floor.
You should poop if you're gonna have to poop in a place that's not a toilet, poop in the lawn, and that way you can just be like,
"That's a big, great day."
And then you can wipe your ass on the grass.
Yeah.
John Sheezer, you leaving?
Yeah, I gotta take off. Brian, thanks for having me.
What's with this Nug Life shit? What is that all about? What's Nug Life all about?
Okay, so it's been about 10 years ago. Started in Kansas City, this design right here. And we'd go to like Wakarusa, like hippie music festivals, and just sell them one at a time. Sold, a lot over the years. And so finally we got a website up that's functioning. And so you just get tired of everyone. Because when you wear this shirt, for some reason, like people they're like, oh shit, Nug Life. That's fucking crazy. Like people just bother you about where you got it. And so
that's cool. So what's the website?
Right, Nug
Life. It's nuglifeworld.com. And in fact, we want to do a Brody Stevens positive shirt if you want.
We'll look into it. Yeah.
No, it's been looked into. But yeah, go check it out. nuglifeworld.com, Twitter, and all that stuff.
Cool. And you're still doing comedy on the road soon? Or
yeah, I'm going to be in. Actually, I'm going down to La Jolla tomorrow night, and then Downtown Comedy Club on Friday. And
I need to get in on that.
Vegas
downtown.
next Tuesday and Wednesday, but it's a weird through wheels and PJ kind of gigs, so I'm not really expecting too much. But I'll be in Vegas, so
all you Vegas listeners, don't show up for that one.
And then Omaha, the 19th through the 22nd of July in the Funny Bone. Cool. So come out and check it out; it'll be good.
Sweet.
And I'll probably have Nug Life shirts too. So
nice.
But yeah, I got to run.
All right, later, man. So
real.
The biggest thing I wanted to talk about today, and I'm glad that Randy and Brody and Tony and Pete are here to talk about this, and
We're here
not
for you,
Billy, because this has to do with Billy. Billy, you have this YouTube page that's impossible for me to find. And I was trying to go to it the other day, and I couldn't even remember what it was. What is it called one last time?
Tunguska Yacht Club.
Now, why in the world would you think that's so hard to fucking say?
Yeah, I didn't care. I just wanted to name it what I named it.
But don't you want people to go to it?
Yeah, I mean, we're only 5 videos deep in, but you think about eventually just the quality of the product makes the name. I mean, everyone's names, yeah.
So how do you spell it?
Tungus.
Hold on. Tungung. SKA.
Yacht Club.
Yacht Club. Let's see if I can get this.
You know what Tunguska is, right?
No.
I bet Joe knows 100%.
See, fucking my cock. All right, so let's try this one last time. So TUNGS.
No, TUNG.
TUNG. That's what I got. U.
SKA.
Okay, so I missed the U. All right, so you couldn't just call it TSA or something like that. TS.
Tunguska. I know it's fucking bad marketing, but
all
I
right,
like.
So that's.
Do you know what, Randy?
That still didn't
do you know what Tunguska is?
No, I don't.
Did I spell yacht wrong? TUNGUSKAYAUG.
No, YACHT.
YACHT.
Yeah, that's how you spell it.
Oh,
yacht.
I spelled yacht wrong. All right. So, anyways, you have a bunch of videos on here. What's your favorite video that you've done?
Man.
I like Stanky Dick. We've already watched that. That was pretty fucking hilarious.
I did like Stanky Dick. But, my favorite so far is the GoPro commercial. Because, the GoPro commercial is their base. All the extreme shit, so I made a GoPro commercial for ordinary people. It got 60,000 views. I'm proud of it.
Oh, 60,000 views. That's pretty good.
60,000 people spelled that shit right.
You know what? Boom! You guys know the GoPro commercials, right? It's hard to get it if you don't.
GoPro.
You know the dudes with the fucking first-person shooters that are doing backflips on...
Oh, yeah.
So this is the amateur version.
Okay.
It's hard to get if you've never seen the original GoPro commercials. But I posted on the GoPro blog, and they're the ones that spread it.
That's cool.
But then, we do rap songs.
And that is completely true because I don't have the GoPro. I have the other one, which I can't even think.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
I thought it would be funny.
I have a helmet camera, and I bought it, and I'm like, just to go rollerblading, and then I realized how gay that was. I'm just like rollerblading, and if you ever watch yourself rollerblading. It's awful in first person. It's just the dumbest shit ever.
Also, it looks pretty cool when you're wearing a helmet cam.
Right.
Yeah, the outside perception.
People want you to do tricks and shit because you got an extreme helmet cam
I will
on.
watch you do anything. I've established that I'm in love with you.
All right.
I just want to hang out with you.
Why don't you come home with me and I'll show you some stuff?
No, I want not that kind. I just want
Oh, whatever. I mean, whatever.
Shit in a bucket.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I want to say.
Hey, can I apologize for that video in case no one got it? Cause
No, don't worry about it, man.
No,
That was
if you
good.
don't get the video, I apologize to you, and I look stupid because of that.
No, you
video.
don't.
But if you get it, you get it.
You're great, man. And I think you should keep that name. My last name is hard to say and spell, and people tried to get me to change my name. And
I like spelling your last name now that I know how to do it.
Liedtke.
Can I explain what Tunguska is?
Yeah, go for it.
Tunguska is like the largest explosion in history. An asteroid sheared off the Siberian atmosphere basically in 1908. But there's no yacht club. There's no water. It's landlocked.
Okay.
But it's the site of the biggest explosion. I wish Joe Rogan was here because he would know about Tunguska for sure. When he comes back, just do me a favor so I don't look like a fucking idiot.
You don't look like a fucking idiot at all, dude.
Ask him what Tunguska is, and I bet he fucking materializes it better than I'm doing right now.
That's fine, dude. Don't
It
worry
exists.
about it. You want to know what name I almost chose when I changed it? John Travoltage.
From Randy Liedtke?
Yeah, because it's a pretty powerful name.
John Travoltage.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Do you want to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles with me?
Oh,
I already checked it.
sometime, not tonight. I have to be up at 5:30 in the morning.
I gotta go to a show after this, and then I gotta go to the airliner to see. I gotta drop my boy's name, my buddy MC No Can Do, one of the best hip hop shows in LA, at the airliner every week, called Low End Theory. If anybody's ever heard of it, it's the first place that I found out that you could smoke marijuana legally in California. Like, people started sparking up joints around me, just like now. And I was like, holy shit, this is the coolest fucking place. So if there's any people in LA, you got to hit up No Can Do's party, Low End Theory.
Whoa.
And I'm going to take you to it. Let's go. Come with me.
Oh, dude, I'm such a square, bro.
Well, you don't have to be square. You can be with me, and then we'll have a good time.
Well, it's a party where people are going to act cooler than
We'll bring
me?
you up on stage and be like, yo,
Randy
bring it
Lick-
up, John Travolta.
John Travolta.
To do his famous
I play-
shit in a bucket.
I play a baby
The
tuba.
hardest motherfucker.
I have a baby tuba. I'll just get up there and I'll fucking rock the
Dude,
brass.
you know tuba goes hard if you put it over a good beat.
Yeah.
Baby
No, I'm
tuba?
good.
Everyone
I
knows
wish I
that.
had brought. It's a baritone, but
Oh, see, you said tuba.
I say tuba. That way the listener understands it a little bit more.
You wanted to be more mainstream.
Hey, look
Well, a
at
lot
this
of times
gorilla.
I say baritone, they think I mean a baritone sax.
Look at this gorilla, guys.
That's my favorite video of all time. Am I
see
good?
that?
Am I good? Look at his face.
I don't like this.
Watch this. Can you imagine this happening?
Oh my god.
Watch him. Oh, you're my buddy.
Is that guy alive?
Yeah, look at his face. He's like, oh, he let me go.
He thought. Did he think he was?
Is that
his son?
Wyclef?
Yeah.
I bet they tell you that on Safari. If the gorilla grabs you, I bet that's a pre. If the gorilla grabs you, take it easy.
Yeah. Act
They'll
like you're
let you
asleep,
go.
bro.
Just go with it.
What?
I hate these videos.
Is that a real
Look how
gorilla?
stupid. Is that a real gorilla? That
That was sarcastic, but
It looks all right
yeah.
to me.
You know who loves this stuff is British people more than anybody else in the world. This is British humor. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Why don't they ever like these are all dubbed voices? Why don't they just use the real voices ever?
And that's where it ends.
is this
There's
just
so much
for
more
Laughs
they could
channel?
do.
It is. And Just for Laughs channel is the gaggiest pranks ever.
Like that woman knew it was. Whatever.
What
You
if
ever
what
see
if
that-
you get halfway through and you're like, oh, it's a joke, and then the gorilla eats your shit,
Brian.
fucking beats you down, and you're like, oh,
You
it's not a
seen that
prank.
Japanese game show that puts people in porta potties? People go into a porta potty.
I was just gonna
And
mention
then an
that.
elevator.
So good.
Yeah. They
that
go in.
up.
Japanese people fucking humiliate the shit out of everyone.
What did they do?
No, these people go into a porta potty and then it elevates them to the top where they're outside. So in the middle of the day, they go
Oh,
to
that's
take a
funny.
shit in a porta potty.
They have
it
one
pushes them out the ceiling, and they're sitting above the porta potty on an elevator.
They have
with
one
their
rigged to a
pants down.
boat. They pull it out on a sled, take the guy out on the fucking ocean.
That's their fault for shitting in a porta potty. Let's be honest.
Have you
If you're
seen
gonna
there's a
shit in
there's a
porta-
No, these are those
Japanese?
nice
Porta
ones.
potties are for doing cocaine and hooking up at a rave.
This is probably the exact. I can totally read that.
They're saying For the audio listeners, they're showing golf and crazy things.
Zip lines.
Whoa, things are starting to get a little bit wacky.
And is this it?
Yeah.
Pretty big build-up in this vid.
It's pretty good.
It's so crazy that they can get away with this.
These are the they don't give a
humiliate
fuck.
people.
Okay.
And so people are getting in a porta potty.
They have weird toilets.
They're
too.
showing the inside, like they're filming people actually with cocks and stuff. The guy is shitting.
It's brilliant.
He just pulled the turd up into his pants.
Yeah, what if he had a dangler, right?
And so for the audio listeners, they're showing people sitting on the toilet in a porta potty, and then once they get in and they pull down their pants to sit down, the toilet part pops out the top of the ceiling, and so everyone outside can see them shitting. This is awesome.
Why did they shit backwards though? I didn't notice that last time.
Oh, they sit b-boy style.
Oh, they just showed his.
Is that Tom Selleck on his butt?
Yeah, Tom Selleck censorship.
Oh my god, he had to finish.
And then the cops are like, "What the fuck are you doing standing up there?"
That's so illegal.
It's like a form of sexual assault, right?
Yeah.
I'm so naive that I instantly said that had to be Japan, but it could be
this guy's
somewhere way more.
Now they're showing a guy that ran into the toilet like he really had to go, and a woman's going on in the one next to it.
Her friend's gonna miss it.
Oh,
Gigs up.
That's so terrible. We took a picture of your butthole and put it on the internet.
That's fucking humiliating, but they don't give a shit.
That's the best thing I've ever seen.
Hey, and imagine the liability of the guy just falling off the top. He ain't strapped in.
What's this one?
See if you can find the one at the ski slope.
Oh, now it looks like they're taking porta potties and like putting them on a ski lift or something like that.
At the top
same
of the
thing
ski,
somewhere else.
Yeah, they have one where there's a massage chair and it turns around and sends them down a ski slope.
You got a good joke. Expand on it, right?
You think that this is what outhouses always look like there? If not, I mean, they look a little bit weird, right?
Oh, stop shitting backwards.
Is that
That's
how they use the bathroom there?
It's like the South Park.
There's no actual seat. It's just
they face the other way.
no. See, they step on these blocks. Like that's how it's like in Europe. People. There's no toilets. It's just they step on 2 blocks. There's a hole in the ground. They
You
shit
just kind of
all over
hover over it, yeah. Your body is actually built to. You're a man and you shit on the ground.
Why is everyone shitting though?
And so your body is built to be squatting rather
Yeah.
than sitting in a toilet. So like, it's better for your digestive system
I
to shit with a stool under your feet.
I do. I shit with a stool
Yeah.
on my feet. 100%. It puts it all in line.
Yeah, it makes your butthole locked and loaded.
Cause they didn't have that 45 like for cavemen, you know.
Yeah.
They squatted all the way down so the shit went.
That's what you're made to do, man.
Hey Brian, look up the massage chair prank.
Massage? What the?
Is this what you do, Pete? All day long, you just smoke bud and then just
Dude, I could
just look up like fucked up clips.
I watch all the greatest stuff that I see in Pete's living room.
I bet, man.
I think that most people nowadays could have a decent YouTube party if the searches was faster for internet on a TV. You ever been to a party like that where they're like, "Hey, put that up on YouTube," and then they go to their YouTube provider through their PlayStation and they're going, "I'm searching for."
It takes forever on the TV. Yeah.
All right. So the audio listeners, there's 2 massage chairs, there's some buttons, there's some shit.
For the audio listeners, fuck you. JK dog, JK.
All right. So the massage chair looks like it. Oh, I have seen this one. It goes down the ski lift, right?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, this is, if I remember, you sit down in this chair, and next thing you know, you're going down a ski mountain, and these people are naked in a massage chair, and the back falls out, and the chair flies down the mountain. Oh, it just flips them, and they roll out.
They just go into the snow. That'll teach you to trust anything.
Right? There's one that has a sled and rockets on it.
How is this like? Oh, now it's an old man.
Oh, this guy's gonna.
First of all, it's like, so I have to go to the top. I have to take a ski lift to get to this chair.
Is that a monk?
No, he's just a naked foreign guy.
He's an orange.
Oh my god.
You know, if this happened in the United States, there'd be so many lawsuits.
Yeah.
How is this even? Why is it a ski lift?
This is what we have to start doing. We have to start outsourcing the game
Here, yeah, I
shows
think
we
this is
watch.
the other one.
What is this one?
No, that's not it.
Is this it? Oh, it's two people. Why was that kid sitting on his lap?
Oh! Oh!
For you audio listeners,
Randy just went crazy.
That's what it sounds like to them, though.
They're probably like so sick of that sound. That
I am, for sure. Not to be a jerk. I'm not trying to be a jerk to you guys.
All right, well, let's end
Which
this.
sound was it? Were you talking about your own sound?
No, it's just like.
I just want to say I got to split, guys. It's been live, man.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end it right now.
I love you, Pete.
Give me
Love
5
you,
more
Billy.
minutes.
Later, bro.
5 more minutes.
Redban,
All right.
you give me 5 more minutes.
Why do you need 5 more minutes, Randy?
I don't know, bro.
What do you want to talk about?
No, I just feel like we can't end on videos of
Yeah,
Asian
you
people
can.
falling.
That's a
We have to
good
have
way to
a
end
conversation.
That's what the whole show is.
Oh yeah, you want me to hook up my iPad?
Brian, can I?
No.
Okay.
Plug some stuff, bro.
I love you, Billy.
Are you gonna plug something?
No, I didn't even want to plug myself. I just got a couple of friends that love Joe Rogan so much, and they're ecstatic about me being able to be on this podcast. I just wanted to say their name live on
Oh, so you're
video.
doing like a shout out like they do on MTV.
Yeah.
Go ahead, try it, bro.
TV Raps.
Hey, bro, try it. I'll guard you.
You know, I was talking to my buddy Joe Piscopo earlier, and he told me to never mind.
Say their name, bro. I'm guarding you though.
Did I get?
Say their name.
Did I get too dumb for that?
No, say their name, bro.
Just Justin. Justin. Justin.
All right, you got it. Swish, bro. Nice shot. All right, go ahead.
Dude, I'm tripping.
Man, they love Joe Rogan.
What was their name again?
He got to jump out to his hip hop friends.
I gotta go see. But I don't have the echo. God damn it.
He only put it over here. Oh, it's gone. Can I shout out to Tony Hinchcliffe, please? He's right here, but he didn't get to say it.
Can you auto-tune his mic? No.
Do you guys want to become an a cappella group or what? I'll take the bass.
Hey.
Dip, dip, dip. Bo.
Kid Rock.
Test. Who said you?
Oh shit.
Redban poops in a bucket.
Oh no. I want to fucking kill those kids who made me do that.
But why?
Let's go do it
Okay,
right
it's
now.
over.
You guys want to go kill somebody?
All right, I'm out, guys. I love you all to death.
See you, bro.
See you later, guys. Follow me at
Josh
TonyHinchcliffe.com.
Josh Ida Meyers. You can follow him, but don't follow him too closely.
Let's get some plugs out of the way and get out of here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to the Bone Zone on Death Squad and Breaking the Law with the Door Knockers on iTunes.
How was your Breaking the Law that happened last night? You
we
guys just ran away, and I was in a blackout.
We did 2 more that night.
Oh, you did?
We did. So I have a podcast called Breaking the Law with the Door Knockers, 5 to 10 minute audio clips of me and my comedy partner Davey Johnson breaking actual laws We recorded on an iPhone.
And we were at
on
porn
the run.
karaoke last night with Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy was there. I did not get to sing my song, which is it's a travesty because every time I sing karaoke, it's like when the Mighty Ducks win and everyone carries me out on their shoulders.
And what song did you want to do? Because you picked the best song ever, I wanted to hear it.
God. I really enjoy singing "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing" by Leo Sayer. See you, pal.
I love you.
I love you, man.
I love you,
It's good to see you. Have you ever heard that song? "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing." It's a very falsetto.
I want to hear it right now.
It's very falsetto. It goes. Actually, I'm trying to think of the first line.
Oh no!
It's like
Brian's gonna find it, and you're gonna get to sing over top of it.
Yeah. "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing" by Leo Sayer. It's just very high pitched, and I can hit those falsetto notes somehow, and it's really fun. And people don't expect anything from me.
What
If I walk into a place,
range?
if I walk into the place, they're like, "This guy's not even gonna be able to find his fucking keys," and then I'm like, "Boop boop boop." I can do low and high. I have no middle. I can be like, "Blue."
Your range.
I can just.
That's what musicians always say
heat.
about singing. Just find your range, bro.
Yeah,
What if your range is all falsetto?
Falsetto. I can do it, man. Men can do that. Oh, this song is so good. But now you're gonna make me sing karaoke. It's awkward.
No, you gotta do it. You want to.
What's the karaoke?
You've got the cute way of talking. You've got the better of me. Just snap your fingers and I'm walking like a dog hanging on your lead. I'm in a spin, you know, shaking on a string, you know. You make me feel like dancing, gonna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing, I'm gonna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing, I feel like dancing, oh, dancing, oh, dance the night away. I feel like dancing, oh, dancing, to 4 in the morning. Ain't feeling tired, no. Just hold me tight and leave on the light, 'cause I don't wanna go home. You put a spell on me, I'm right here where you want me to be. You make me feel like dancing, I'm gonna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing, I'm gonna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing, I feel like dancing, oh, dancing, oh, dance the night away. I feel like dancing, oh, dancing,
I don't know this verse. I've never heard this verse.
You make me feel like this.
All right, that's good enough. Come on. I'm glad I got to sing it though.
Oh, I feel dancing. Oh.
All right. Well, I'm happy because last night I was super bummed I didn't get to sing that. I hope I didn't just fucking ruin your guys' night.
No, that was awesome. That was the greatest.
You're so true in your falsetto.
Oh man, I'm a true bass, true falsetto. Yeah.
Oh!
I apologize.
Wow.
Can you just?
How often do you practice that?
I just do it once every like 5 or 6 months whenever I'm at a karaoke place. But it's the only song I'll sing that, and I'll sing.
I bet you nail that in the shower.
Oh man, no, man. I last time I sang it was probably last time I did karaoke, which is a long time ago. But I do that song. I've done it before, and people were like, "Drinks are on us," and I'm like, "Really?"
You nailed the shit. I'll buy you a drink right now.
Yeah. I'll do that, and I'll do 16 Tons by Tennessee Ernie Ford, where it's like, you load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can go.
How can you only be super low and super high?
What's this? Is this Brendan's song?
No, this is my song.
Brendan has a stand-up joke about doing oh no, he does Zombie is his song. Now it's turned into a karaoke.
Are you on auto tune?
You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather. Beautiful moon. I wish I was special. So fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Jesus.
You don't belong here. I'm the backup singer. And then there's a fight between the backup singers and the lead singer.
Yeah.
Dude, I get it.
I got it. Get it? Got it. Good. So, I'm glad we did that little karaoke thing here.
But anyways, we left there and we recorded 2 new episodes of Breaking the Law.
Yeah, so do you want to say what they are? Or do you want to keep them?
Yeah, I need to post them soon. Spitting on the sidewalk. People get arrested for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So we just fucking spent 10 minutes spitting onto the sidewalk and talking about why it's illegal, I guess. And then I talked Davey into running a stop sign.
What?
I was like, hey, man, you want to run a stop sign? And it's like, it's all on you if you get in trouble because I'm just a passenger. And so we found a good one that was safe and whatever. And then he got all nervous and we took 2 tries at it. And then he stopped. and then I got out. I got out on the side of the street to make sure it was clear. And then he drove through it. So on iTunes, Breaking the Law with the Door Knockers. It's pretty fun. It's very short. You don't have to dedicate a lot of your time to it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And don't forget the Bone Zone. That's almost every Tuesday here at Death Squad.
With Brendan Walsh and Davey Johnson.
Yep. And the Tomorrow Show every Friday night. Saturday night at the Steve Allen Theater. And that shit's awesome.
Very fun.
Very fun. And you got Tony Hinchcliffe, which is H plus Inch, Cliff plus E.
Yeah, we had a fun show next door tonight.
Yeah,
come out to the Ice House shows.
Did anyone else just do all new material? Like I did most new material. I wrote 2 bits on stage tonight, which was amazing.
Maybe they just watched you. You just sat there and took a notebook out and you wrote them down.
Yeah, I was just I just laid back.
Randy Liedtke, my new fucking favorite comedian.
Hey guys. Well, I'm terrible on stage, so.
No, you're not.
Oh, come on. No, I'm not. I'm hilarious.
No, you're fucking great.
I'm the best.
Yeah,
I'm the world's best.
Yeah,
world's best. I'm headlining.
Ever.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you. I did a lot of new stuff. I was very nervous. I've been doing a lot of stand-up, so I was like, I'm gonna try fucking 5 new jokes, and 2 of them were funny, and the other 3 I threw under the bus right away.
What's the one joke that did the worst tonight?
The one joke that did the worst tonight. Shit. I had like this joke, I didn't deliver it very well, but I think it's a funny joke and it's so fucking cheesy. They say that Europeans drink their beer at room temperature, but I think no one ever asks what temperature the rooms are. I bet they're freezing. I just delivered it really cheap.
They're not smart enough for that. That's fantastic.
One that I didn't think would do well, but it did all right. It was just got a 6-figure deal. Oh shit! Sorry, 6-finger deal. Fast food chicken fingers. It worked.
That one worked better.
That one
than
worked.
The
Yeah.
That's how you don't. I don't know shit.
Oh, and then one that I was too chicken to try was Life is Precious. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I meant Precious is Life. I love that movie. Precious. It's my life.
The joke I forgot to do tonight was if you get tickled as an adult, you don't pee, you just cum.
That's not a joke. That's true.
I wrote one on the way over here that failed so miserably that I had to give the disclaimer that I wrote it on the way over here after I said it, which was basically that I've been on like 200 commercial auditions and I've only booked 2 commercials. So at this point, I'm waiting to go in. I'm hoping to go in and audition for a guy auditioning.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't say it exactly like that.
Yeah.
That's probably more how I should say it.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny
how
stuff.
about that? I just figured it out here.
I said
instead of there.
I said something that I did on one of the Bone Zone podcasts that I found funny about how what happens to all the color of the food that you eat. 'Cause it's like you poop brown. Where's all the color? And I was worried that my insides are really colorful.
That's a great joke.
And
I
then,
love that.
And then the concept that the food that I eat weighs more than my poop, and I'm worried that all the food there's a compartment that's holding all the extra food. I'm just getting fatter and fatter till I die. And then
I have to drag it out.
because I weigh my poop, and my roommate's like, "Why don't you just weigh yourself before and after you poop?"
Is that what the bucket's for?
Yeah. But then the punchline is you're just mad that I ruined your scale. And it gets me out.
You know the story about John Wayne having all that red meat stuck in him when he died, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? He just had like
He
a
died
fucking
and they were
burger
like,
factory inside of him.
Yeah, he had 15 pounds of red meat. Maybe you got 15 pounds of colorful deliciousness.
Yeah, I have a fucking rainbow of food smear on the insides.
It's like your stomach's super gay and you don't even know it.
It is sort of weird. It sort of just hit me now that everything in the world that's eaten, like everything in grocery stores, just turns brown.
Yeah. Even if
Everything
you eat
turns
all orange, like if you eat all carrots, it will still come out not
Your
orange.
fucking skin will start turning orange, but your shit's gonna be brown as fucking everything.
I mean, brown's just a dirty color.
Yeah.
It's
Why
not
brown?
Only because it is the
You can have
color.
green poop,
Racist.
and if you eat lots of beets, your pee actually turns red.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I thought I was fucking bleeding on the inside, but I was like, oh, I had a delicious roasted beet salad last night.
Wow.
But because your pee starts to turn pink, and it's really frightening because you're like, all right, this whiskey's got to stop. 'Cause you think you've destroyed your body.
This ass sex needs to stop.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Yeah, your shit will look brown, but it'll turn the bowl red. Anyways, want to come over and eat some beets?
I do.
All right, let's do it, man.
I want Randy Liedtke to be my new best friend.
I cooked in restaurants for a long time. I'm a very talented cook. It's stupid to
The
say
guy
that,
who
but
used to shit in buckets makes your food now.
yeah, man, I wash my
Congratulations.
hands.
A lot of people giving
More
Randy
than
compliments. I think we need to stop that. And Randy, you're a fucking cocksucker.
That's fine. I need. I have very low confidence, so just a few compliments. I just feel like people are pulling a prank on me. So don't worry about it.
You sing amazingly.
I can sing that one song. Yeah, I've always really wanted to sing the I've got a brand new pair of roller skates song.
Oh yeah,
because that's a pretty high pitched song, and I want to go to as many karaoke nights in one night and sing that song while wearing roller skates. And then edit it all together as one song, but it's me in like 13 different places.
Dude, don't say that out loud.
Well, you were.
I've got a brand new pair of roller skates.
That's a great idea. Do it.
I know.
Do it tonight.
Oh yeah.
You want to do a real song with me with a real rap producer? That would be fucking awesome. If we could do
doing
that.
high pitch.
All the hook, the hook for the whole song will be your. We'll write it. It'll be beautiful. Your high pitched. Super falsetto, which is beautiful, by the way.
Thank you very much.
There was almost an angel around you when you were doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
do a real song.
You should do that because they do real songs and they're really good. Like this song.
That's not my song. This is the first one.
There he is. Sweet, sweet Billy Bonnell. And that's his gay lover.
Yo, Greg, I'm outside. Are you ready to go? I need to take a shower before we go. You do this all the time. We're always late. You don't understand. I'll elaborate. I got that stinky dick. What? That stinky dick. What? That stinky dick. What? From that pussy drip. What? From that pussy drip. What? From that pussy drip. What? Itchy dick. What? Itchy dick. What? I got that dumpster dick, might as well be Oscar the Grouch dick. Nowhere to go is that homeless dick. Little prick is diabetes dick. Low income Detroit dick. Shit and piss Howard Hughes dick. So dirty diarrhea dick. That's an anal OG discharge dick. So fucking bad like that 6th grade gym class dick. Ain't no cleaning that detritus dick. Murky as fuck disaster dick. So dirty like that dumpster diving dick. Down on his luck dilapidated dick. You coughing as best as dick. Watch your back, it's doomsday dick. Mayan calendar shit. Dysentery dick turning into that pig pen dick. That Pepe Le Pew dick. That Pat King dick. I got no time to clean this dirty dick. Dirty, dirty, dirty dick. I got
Anyways, so if you want to hear the rest of that, it's called Stanky Dick. It's the official.
You missed my whole part. That sucked.
All right, well, let me get to the whole part of you then. It's down right here, right? Hold on, right?
That's before the beard.
All right. Oh, here we go. This is the best.
That's my favorite.
I got the angry dick, the angry dick, the angry dick, the angry dick, I got the dumpster stick, take out the trash, got stanky dick written on my sash. Dick on David Beckham, it is kicking. Every time I piss, it smells like I'm shitting. Dick like asbestos shit, got you coughing, retarded like Rain Man, Dustin Hoffman.
Sarah, stanky dick, Melanie, stanky dick, Debbie, stanky dick, Stacy, stanky dick, Sarah, stanky dick, Melanie, stanky dick, Debbie, stanky dick, Stacy, stanky dick.
Put your hands up like you care.
Wave that dick smell out the air.
Put your hands up like you care.
And wave that dick smell out the air.
Put your hands up like you care.
Wave that dick smell out the air.
Put your hands up, plug your nose.
Put your hands up,
plug your nose.
Put your hands up,
plug your nose.
Stinky dick
in the nose.
Stinky dick.
Can we make a song of that caliber with your falsetto?
That would be amazing.
Yeah, man, but it's.
I mean, it's gonna cost you.
I don't want it to be about my stinky dick. Is that cool?
No, that's cool. That was
that guy. That guy won't hang out with you because he has a stinky dick, but then he comes out and sings with you. I'm not making fun of it. I'm making a joke.
That was our first attempt.
No, it's great.
We're 6 songs deep.
No, I'm just like the story. Like the story that's not important is that he had his dick was too stinky to hang out.
No, he was saying I'm gonna delay in coming to the car because I need to wash my dick.
Do you guys just take a full shower? Do you take a full shower or you just try
a stripper shower, definitely, all the way.
What's a stripper shower?
That's where you get like those ass wipes that you use for your ass, and you just wipe your whole dick and asshole and everything, and then you use Axe body spray to kind of mask the smell. And then if you have Gold Bond laying around, you can also use Dr. Scholl's. You just kind of like put a little bit of powder there to kind of soak up any of the
Gold Bond's
stuff.
nice, man.
Let's take a shower.
I use Gold Bond every single day. Every single day you've ever seen me, my nuts have been perfectly tidy.
Definitely.
Double tidy.
Gold Bond powder is
tidy
like
when I don't use it, but when I do use it, double dangerous tidy.
Yep.
Gold Bond, it activates with the sweat, so it's like dentine ice for your cock.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, when you pee, it looks like Barbara Walters.
What if you start sweating? What happens to that powder? It turns into paper mache?
It soaks it up and it evaporates into magicness.
Yeah.
It's an absorption technique.
Yeah, it's patented.
What about
it makes storm clouds and tornadoes in Texas.
I think I would do when I played soccer in high school, and you'd put you get some weird chafage playing in like humid areas. You have to put some powder on your balls.
On your soccer balls?
Yeah.
Oh
God! It's a trick. It makes it so the goalie can't catch it or something. I had a guy put his finger in my butt in a soccer game.
Wait, elaborate, Randy.
No, nothing. What?
Elaborate.
It was their corner kick, and I was like waiting for the ball to come in to score a goal. And he like was trying to psych me out and like fuck with me, and he like put through my shorts, but he like put his finger in my butt.
Oh.
I didn't ask him to.
How long did he keep it in there?
Was this
like
after the game? Or
it was right before I scored a goal. I scored a soccer goal, and I was like, "Thanks, bro. Thanks for the extra confidence." No, I don't know. It was his team, and they would do shit like that just to like try to psych you out.
Did you ever do anything back to him?
No, I scored a soccer goal. I spit in a guy's face one time.
Whoa.
That's like a soccer thing, and that's like also a very disgraceful thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not cool.
But the guy got thrown out of the game because he freaked out. So they're like, "What is this guy freaking out for?" And then he got a red card, and got kicked out, and I was like, "Cause I spit in his face." I felt like a bad guy.
But he put his finger in your butt.
Nah, a different guy.
Oh.
This guy was actually a real good guy.
Did anybody
Spit
ever
right in his
spit on
face.
spit on a finger and then put that on a butt?
I've done that.
It takes too long.
I did, Brian.
Game's always playing. It's not like
Yes,
football.
sir.
There's not downs. Game's always playing. You don't have time to spit on a finger and put in a guy's butt.
All right.
That's how it ends.
Oh, you're gonna
throw it under you're gonna throw that joke under the bus, Brian?
Yeah, well, I want you.
You're gonna throw that under the bus, Brian?
Well, podcast is over. Yes. It's just starting to have fun.
Dead air.
Randy, sing. Just sing when you're in trouble.
If you were in trouble, what would be a good song for me to sing?
This was obviously a Randy heavy episode.
Really? Yeah. I didn't say shit the whole fucking episode until right now. And if that's a fat joke, fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
I could take
There's
it.
a double chin behind that beard, guaranteed.
Nah, just lots of zits.
Oh.
Wow.
Why do you only break out under the beard?
It causes it. That's a joke of mine, too.
You have several.
Causes the acne it hides, yeah.
Really? You have acne?
No.
underneath
You occasionally get these ingrown hairs, which is
From
like
being so manly.
I'm pissed off because there was this shit that was really expensive at Target that I tried once that was called Bump Away, which was a shit that after you shave you put on your face and it took all the bumps away, and now they don't sell it anymore. And it was really expensive for this little bottle. It was like
Was there a black guy on the
bucks.
front of it?
No, it was just blue. It was,
You know what I'm talking about, right? The black guys get shave bumps, so they
Yeah.
have that cream. Sorry if anyone
They
thought
use that
was
stuff. They
very
put it on there, and it like
racist.
No, it's
kind of
not.
like Nair for your face.
Last night at the karaoke bar, we were waiting for Brian to get there. My friend Davey and I showed up, and within the first 5 minutes of this big fucking scary security guard with like a big giant goatee kind of makes eyes at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he walks over and he pulls out like a card, and he just kind of like doesn't say anything, he just makes eyes at me and hands me this card, and I'm like, oh yeah, like. When someone does that, and you're just like, yeah, of course, yeah, hand me that thing. Like, because you're like, what the fuck? Like, you don't want to be standoffish. You're like, oh yeah, you're handing me a thing, of course. And I took it, and then I was like, looked at it, and it was Los Angeles Beard and Mustache Club. And then I read it, and I looked up, and I laughed, and he just kind of looked at me like, that's right. Like,
did you look it up?
Like,
after?
congrats. And on the back it said Beard Team USA.
Have you seen the beard competition?
Yeah, well, that's I think what it is. It's the LA branch of wherever the fuck that is.
Did you see the guy with the beard that he was able to braid into a bird cage around his face?
Yeah, I did see that.
That was out of necessity, though. He has a bird.
At least if you leave on that, don't make me look silly.
No. There was a
He
beard.
makes a bird cage around his face, and he has a door that opens. It's
Out of his beard?
The beard champion.
There's a beard guy. Well, there's this beard guy. His name is Jack Passion,
saw that,
and he lives in the.
Contestant in the
Oh.
natural beard and mustache.
I don't know if this is fake or real, but you saw the same one.
It looks
Tony?
pretty fake.
I think I'll just go ahead and
Yeah, this one's at like a
forward.
comedy show or something.
All right, we're going to move on to the freestyle beard portion of our contest. Dean Beacon, give it up. Oh my God! Ladies and gentlemen,
That's super fake.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
That's
fake as hell.
It's still awesome.
That's bullshit.
total shit. It's so funny.
That's so much work went into that.
But isn't it shot great, even
Yeah.
if it is fake?
Well,
That's funny.
Freddie
Very
Lockhart
funny.
can be found on Twitter under Billy Bonnell. And
Wait, I didn't get how I was being burned. How did I get burned?
It's a
right
weird
there?
inside joke that doesn't mean
Can you just
anything.
help me?
No, it's not
No,
worth
I
it.
want to achieve the level of depression that I need to have on the way
No,
home.
that was great. I thought that was really funny. You don't
was
need to
funny.
worry about it. But there was a TV show, and it was all about beard competitions.
Yeah, watch that.
And there's a guy named Jack Passion, and he was kind of like the nation's best. We always get fucking destroyed by the Germans in these beard and mustache competitions.
Jack Passion. was
Jack
the-
Passion, and he has this beautiful fucking beard, and he's like very all about being a celebrity. He has a book with pictures, he has a calendar, and he has like video of him swimming underwater, and you can see his beard like flowing and shit. Is there someone about to stab me in my back? What is everybody looking at?
I don't know.
That's what this is. There's like different teams in different towns. Like Team Austin is pretty popular, and this guy is like
Austin.
This guy's trying to fucking recruit me to be on LA's beard team.
Damn.
And my girlfriend's always like, I always joke about like I'm gonna shave my beard. She's never seen me without a beard. I haven't shaved it.
You should
in
do
5
it.
or
Are you
6
from
years.
Austin?
Dude,
No.
you should do it live on the podcast.
Brendan's from Austin.
Yeah, he lived in Austin.
Austin?
Yeah. He grew up in Philly, but he lived in Austin for a long time.
I bet you look like Dead ET underneath that beard.
I don't know what I'd look like. It's been since college.
Are you
know?
scared?
I'm not scared. I just know that I want a beard. I know
Well,
that
you could grow it back. It's not like it doesn't grow
It grows
back.
back
Look,
thicker.
I
Let's
grew,
shave it right
I grew
now.
mine. I shaved mine. What, like 3 days?
Do you see that? Everyone see that huge?
It's like a blooming onion on his
I
face.
shaved my shit. What, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
It's already kind of growing back.
Yeah,
It'll be
well,
like
I
2
understand
weeks.
that, but it's just
He's scared.
What's the
I'm not
longest?
scared.
He's
I just
scarred.
What's
I
the
don't
longest
fucking
it's ever
want
been?
to.
I physically.
This
can't
is probably
grow
the
a
longest
beard,
it's ever been.
and that's sort of not fair that there's
Really?
a club that.
Yeah.
You can't join.
Well, there's lots
It's
of
racist.
little hairs that take a long time to fill in. Like I used to have lots of patches right in here, but 5 years of growing it out, it's full now.
But you've been trimming it though.
Oh yeah, I trim it all the time.
I went 2 months.
Without shaving?
Well, no, cause 10 years I was in the Navy. I had to shave every single day.
Yeah.
So as soon as I finished the Navy on April 9th, I was like, I'm never shaving.
There you go.
And did you smoke a shitload of weed the second
yes,
you got out?
and I ate a lot, and I've been on several spirit journeys, and it's actually pretty fucking scary.
10 years, man.
10 years.
Sobriety. That's
the worst part, I was telling Tony outside, the worst part is that when I smoke weed, I'm instantly 15 again, so I giggle, and I don't know, South Park's funny again.
Right.
Like
Did you notice like a jump in your comedy immediately after being able to smoke weed?
No, someone goes, get high, go on stage, and I went on stage.
No, I mean writing. I mean everything. You know, not being on stage.
There's a kind of a bump, but I think that I've thought pretty. I don't know. Just my jokes were already pretty far out, so I don't know if I smoked enough weed yet to get into fucking the stratosphere.
Writing
yet.
different.
Yeah.
I've never smoked weed before.
Wow.
Ever?
Never. No.
Yeah.
Never have.
Boring.
Works for Randy.
Yeah, don't want to shave your beard. Don't want to fucking smoke
I know.
weed.
If you smoke too much weed, you'll only be able to hit those lows.
That's a funny characteristic to go up to someone that has a beard and be like, "Oh, what? You don't want to shave your beard? What do you have a beard? You don't want to shave it? Like, it's like, oh, you have this car. You don't want a truck. You don't want a truck. You have a fucking car. Like,
somebody's getting upset. You see this? You see this anger? Look, he's getting flustered.
I started.
I just don't like. I don't like this characteristic of Brian where he tries to like milk fake drama out of things. Oh, what? Was it something that happened in your childhood? You don't want to fucking shave your beard? Someone just tweeted and said that I talk too much, which is...
Shut the fuck up. Is that...
No, yeah. And it's like, go back and listen to the first 3 hours of the podcast.
Yeah.
when
one said nothing.
When I said 0 words. Okay.
All right.
Let's take a break.
Well, we're
come
taking
back in
off.
10?
No, we're going to take off. All right, so it's Randy Liedtke, Tony Hinchcliffe, Billy Bonnell.
At Billy Bonnell. Follow me on Twitter because no one does.
And PeteeC, PeteeC, who didn't say much either today.
Nope, don't talk too much.
But happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks.
And let's don't forget that we have Death Squad t-shirts for sale at deathsquad.tv. I'm Brian Redban. If you want to go to an Ice House Comedy show and see us live, go to icehousecomedy.com and search for Death Squad. And don't forget to subscribe to us at deathsquad.tv on iTunes under Death Squad.
What you want to hear, but